his mistake all too late. So Foster took some paper, reached under the cubicle with a rescue offering, and as Tiger went to take it, Foster uttered the words, "Europe, one up." As it happened, Europe did go on to win. Fast forward 10 years to the miraculous Medina, when, after a gruelling Saturday, Rory McIlroy overslept on the Sunday and was in danger of missing his tee time. Thankfully for him, the person booking player transport was Erica Stoll. She sorted him a police escort to the course. 3 years later, McIlroy proposed in Paris. The next story is told by Scottish legend Sam Torrance about the great Seve, who apparently despised the Americans mainly because of a diminutive US reporter who kept calling him Steve.
Hey, my name is Severiano or Seve. It's no Steve, it's no Steve. Next day, Steve.
Torrance also tells of how Seve regularly gave coaching clinics to his European teammates, but a week later at the Italian Open, when the same players asked for advice, Seve would tell them to and see you next year. Having started with a Billy Foster story, let's finish with one from the 12th tee at Oakland Hills in 2004. It was Jimenez and Garcia against Westwood and Clark in a practice round, and as they finished, Foster decided to jump in the buggy and speed away with all their clubs, only to lose control entirely and tumble onto the course and see it careering towards the spectators. Thankfully, the Red Sea parted and the buggy smashed into a tree, with viewers and clubs still intact.
Good morning. Coming up 4 minutes past 6 o'clock. Fridays amongst us. Hey, this is talkSPORT Breakfast. With Arnold Clark, get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. And I have Ray Parlour with me this morning. Ray,
I don't know.
It's great not to see you with a 6-iron in your hand. All you do is play golf.
I'm right into golf at the moment. The weather, you're just trying to get as much golf in as possible before the weather changes a bit. But I will play, obviously, during the winter, Al, but at the moment, the weather's been superb.
Yeah, no, it has.
Nice. Well, I'm hearing Storm Amy's coming in, so I won't be playing the next few days. But
we're in the southeast, aren't we? We're in London.
It's more up north, isn't it? Northern Ireland.
They're going to cop it. Big.
Really interesting night last night, Al. A mixed bag, wasn't it?
Mixed bag.
Glasgow. I don't know, Rangers and Celtic.
Yesterday was just a bad day all round. Everything. News, football, you name it. An absolute joke.
Let's not forget about Palace and Villa.
I did watch.
Villa's a good result away from home.
Yeah.
And Palace.
Palace. By the way, they're a good side, Fanard, and I enjoyed that game. I watched Celtic, and do you know what? I nearly went to bed. It was dead. The crowd were dead. There's a big meeting on Monday, isn't there, with the fans and the board.
Yeah.
Try and sort out. I don't know what they're going to sort out. Look, the board made the decision not to strengthen before Champions League didn't, and they'll have to hold their hands up.
Well, I'll always say, it's always very difficult anyway. We all know that because financially, a lot of the other clubs have got bigger money to compete. But they just don't have a good a cup run, do they? In the in Europe, they struggle a bit in Europe, don't they?
Well, Rangers struggling full stop, right?
Yeah, Rangers struggle. But they do usually have a good.
But Celtic, that wasn't the Celtic side I know on a European night.
No,
something not right.
And it's usually really rocking up there. And I mean, I'm talking about intimidating for the away team to go there. I mean, Celtic Park. I mean, once they get behind the crowd, same as Ibrox.
Now, don't forget a 1-0, right? Celtic were down 1-0, and then they score, and it's a goal.
Oh,
and what is
what are they thinking?
VAR takes ages looking at it.
It's ridiculous, really. I've watched it a couple of times.
No. They looked at it for ages, and I thought it's got to be given.
Oh, of course. Yeah, look, he
shook my head.
He comes off his shoulder, but he can't do nothing about it, and the shoulder's in play anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sure it did hit.
It came off his shoulder slightly, and then it hit his head.
Yeah.
But that is certainly, I'm with you, Al. That is a disgrace that was chalked.
Well, I'd my phone. I never slept last night. My phone never stopped. And then some Rangers friends I know, they've just had enough.
Well, I don't know how long he gets, Russell. I don't like people getting sacked, but I think the Rangers fans, we probably have a few on this morning. They're just don't know what's happening up there at the moment. It's an absolute farce, really, with what's happened. I don't think they was really into him before he got the job, which I don't like to say that, but they was looking at bigger names, I should imagine. And look, don't get me wrong, if he wins his first 6 games, then they're all behind him. But it's getting worse, isn't it?
Well, watching that Feyenoord Villa game, it was high tempo, it was good, it was quality. And both sides had chances. And I was thinking, Feyenoord, they shouldn't be any better than Celtic Rangers.
No.
But they are.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, they ended up getting beat because Villa stood up to the test. Villa were good.
Oh, yeah, Villa.
Feyenoord, the boy on the left's a real good player, a youngster on the left-hand side, big tall lad. And then the boy in the midfield, the blondie, what's his name? Stein, I think. He had a couple of great chances. His goal-scoring record's fantastic. So they were the two pick-out players for me. Stein and the boy on the left, Sir something.
Yeah.
I think he's only 19, 20. Well, big, tall lad, really,
I was
really
flicking
good.
between... I watched the Celtic game. That was the early kickoff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was down the pubs.
Wish I hadn't.
And that was a game where, you're thinking, come on, Celtic, go 1-0 up, and then you probably go and win that game.
And then Braga, they got the confidence, started popping the ball about, and I'm like, come on.
It's too easy, isn't it?
Anyway, it was a massive night in Europe last night. If you missed it, across the talkSPORT network, have a listen.
This is Dreamland. And now Nketiah does score. What a few days he's having.
They're favourites to win it. And they showed this evening why they're favourites to win it.
Extending their unbeaten run to 19 games. Dynamo Kyiv 0, Crystal Palace 2.
European football back on the banks of the Trent.
It was in this very Kuyt stadium that Peter Wizgirl won the European Cup for the men from Villa Park some 43 years ago.
Given in by Simpson, flicked on. Is it going to go in? It is! They've got another! And Postecoglou cannot believe it.
Durham Graz 2, Rangers, it gets worse, 0.
And Celtic beaten at home by Braga. And not a good night for the Scottish Giants in the Europa League. Into the box now, Marlon comes from again, and he sweeps Aston Villa into a 2-0 lead. Feyenoord 0, Aston Villa 2.
Biscoff Andresen through the middle. He has sealed it. Midtjylland have surely won it now. Sacked in the morning. The chant of the Nottingham Forest fans.
Nottingham Forest should be winning games like this. They really should.
Joy and Wood with a late penalty, but it wasn't enough.
Fans are disappointed. They're allowed to. They're entitled to have an opinion on it. I heard their opinion.
Yeah, and so Palace are now 19 games unbeaten.
Fantastic.
After beating Kiev, Villa made it 3 wins in a row, a 2-0 victory in Rotterdam, good game. Rangers got beat again 2-1 in Austria, while Celtic lost at home 2-0 to Braga. Big Ange, you heard him, was booed by his own fans, who also chanted you're getting sacked in the morning as they lost 3-2 to Midtjylland at the City Ground. 2 goals from set pieces and a counter-attack. Sound familiar, Tottenham fans? Here's what Ange had made of it all.
Naturally very disappointed. Just really poor outcome for us. It was obviously an important night for many reasons, and it's a pretty similar tale, to be honest. It's just us letting ourselves down in key moments and then having a mountain to climb. Just appreciating it, the key moments in a game and making sure that we're fully focused on those, because again, if you allow the opposition to score, just about every time they get near your goal, then it's going to be very hard to win games of football.
You heard the fans vocalise their thoughts after that third goal. How did that make you feel, and do you fear that your job is on the line?
If fans are disappointed, they're allowed to, they're entitled to have an opinion on it. And I heard their opinion.
Yeah, it's a long way to go, but Ange is the first Forest manager for 100 years, by the way, not to win any of his first 6 games in charge. His next 3 games, have a listen to this. Look, sometimes the bigger the game, the more you stand up, but this is not easy on paper. His next 3 games are Newcastle, Chelsea and Porto.
Whoa. Well, what can I say? I mean, he seems to be breaking records, what you don't want to get. I mean, 100 years, they haven't lost 6 in a row with a new manager.
Yeah.
And won a game, sorry.
I thought Forest were pretty good at the back.
Yeah. Well, there was last season. They built the whole success they had. I know they fell away a little bit towards the end, but they built all their success on defensive unit and playing on the break, very quick on the break. I know Chris Wood banged the goals in last season. Will he do the same this year? Look, we'll have to wait and see, but they just need a result from somewhere. But it doesn't get easier, as you just mentioned now. Newcastle away, Chelsea, then Porto. And I don't know where you don't want to hear that. If you're a manager, you don't want to be getting sacked in the morning, especially when it's your own fans.
Yeah,
you understand when the away fans are trying to say it to you, and you're trying to get you out and just having a bit of fun. But when your home supporters start saying it, then there's a bit of a problem. And the owner now, we know what the owner's like. What he's done with Nunes, I don't know where he goes from here, Ange. I really don't. And I mean, most Forest fans are I'll be looking at it and going, look, it's been a disaster, absolutely a disaster. From sacking a manager who done so well to getting someone in who had look, don't get me wrong, he won a trophy at Spurs, which he said he would, which he did. But Premier League wise, he had a really poor run last season, didn't he? The Premier League?
Yeah.
He was really poor, the way he played and all that sort of stuff. So Forest fans will be a little bit worried now to say, where are we going with Ange being a bit... And he keeps coming out with, we're going to apply to it, we're going to do this, going to do that. But it's all about results at the end of the day, and he's not getting the results what he needs at the moment.
As always, the Sports Bar was the first place on radio to react to the evening's games, and Cundy was ready for the Forest fans.
Has anyone seen two-time European Champions night? Forest Edge, Postecoglou, do me a favour. Tricky trees. Can you be tricky trees? You're meant to win a hell of a beating. Gary Birtles can't Froshy, can you me? You're meant to win a hell of a beating. Manning Street, Preachers League, Westwood, Strut, Broad. Robin Hood. Can you... I'm not a clown.
I'm not a clown.
Robin, can you hear me, Robin? You want to win a beating? Trent Bridge, Friar Tuck's in there. Oh, poor old Friar Tuck, you know what's going on. Hooters, yeah, you know, Hooters. Can you hear me, Hooters? You're to win a beating. Rock City, Tricky Trees, you're to win a...
I'm not a clown.
Little beating, Marinacas. Can you hear me, Marinacas? You're to win a little beating.
It's just who we are, mate.
What's he talking about?
He's just about stone in weight, doing
Is there any defibrillators about?
Oh, I'm just worried about Jason.
Jamie fell off his chair. There you go. So, listen, Forest fans, we need to hear from you this
Was
morning.
that the first home game, Al, since a European game since 94, something like that? At home?
It was a
95, was it?
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Yeah. And they were great in Europe. Forest fans, we need to hear from you this morning. 6 without a win under Big Ange. Has the decision to bring him in for Nuno already been a disaster, or do you still have faith? Have you gone from potentially playing in the Champions League to heading towards the Championship? Surely not.
No.
03717 22 3344. Give us a call. Rangers Celtic fans as well. What the hell is going on? You looked at Feyenoord last night. Okay, Villa beat them 2-0, but it was a cracking game. Tempo. Yeah. Feyenoord had the chances. Celtic and Rangers, they must have as much money as Feyenoord and Ajax.
I don't know how. You don't know how it all works, but
03717 22 3344. Up next, good news for people hoping to watch the late World Cup games in the pubs next summer.
emotions, adjusting to the motions and getting out of my emotions.
Every day I spend my time
drinking wine, feeling fine,
waiting here to find the sign that I can understand. Yes, I am.
So every day I spend my time drinking wine, feeling fine, waiting here to find the sign that I should take it slow.
There we go, Al.
Oh, I love that.
You was enjoying that little
Pick me up until old ASAP, whatever his name is, folds that up.
Ace Flush, what? Who is it?
ASAP Rocky or ASAP Rocky?
He said Ace Flush. I thought he was playing 3-car break.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, how can you kill that's Rod on these vocals, Python Lee Jackson.
What can I say? It's
how can you kill a song like that?
It's the age out of music that people like. It's getting the
who likes
the younger generation, Alan.
Well, I tell you now, old ASAP won't be going easy, will he? There you go. There's a test of time. Right, a bit of ASAP Rocky there and the one and only Rod Stewart every day. We're playing because we need to wish Mr. Rocky a very happy 37. Look, he's 37. There you go. Try and get you.
Who's he married to?
Rihanna.
Very talented young lady.
Umbrella. You need that today, don't you? If you're not familiar with his work, Ray, ASAP has won an MTV Video Music Award. There you go. He's very, very big. And has been nominated for 2 Grammys.
Oh, wow.
Do you spend every day, Ray? I think of you this song.
Grammy?
Drinking wine and feeling fine. Not but that.
I don't really drink a lot.
Shaban's just walked in.
I don't mind every now and again. You was more of a wine man, weren't you?
I was, yeah.
But I'm more of a lager man, really. I like beer.
Yeah, I know you do.
It's much better.
You have to tell me that.
And it's easier to drink, innit, beer, than wine.
No. Right, let's take a wee look at today's back pages. Here it comes with Tesco Mobile for Business.
The Back Page Review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Got a side hustle as a Pilates instructor? Stretch your budget with business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big 3 networks. For verification, see tescomobile.com/business.
And a warm welcome. It's old whispering angel herself.
Exactly.
Shaban, morning.
Morning, troops.
Drinking wine and feeling fine, ain't you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you've got to sometimes. I'm trying not to.
During the week?
Well, because now I'm working on the weekends, Ray. I'm tending to turn to a little Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday Club. Oh, you could have joined our Tuesday Club back in the day.
Oh, that would have been great.
What does Jamie think of this?
He's trying not to on a Tuesday.
Is he?
Oh,
I
perfect.
can persuade him. You know,
it's no good. You're on it, and he isn't.
Yeah, but it's like a batter now. You have to change. That's what I do.
Well, someone's got to take the kids to school.
That's what I do with Sue Ellen. That's what I do with Sue Ellen. I go out and then I come home. She won't be up yet. She won't be up yet.
I'm getting a rollicking off Jill for you.
Do you know what? I actually think I could take some advice from you, Al, on this, because if I have a couple of glasses of wine on a Friday and Saturday to be social with the husband, then it means I still get up early and go to work. What's the tip? Do you drink water with the wine? What's the...
No, water's for washing.
Right.
The goldfish. No. No, shower. You get in the shower, get out of bed, fall in the shower, bosh, you're fine.
Right, up, back at it.
I think you're more on the ball when you've had a couple of drinks the night before.
I used to think that.
I think you are. I certainly do.
Anyway, what we got the papers before we get in trouble.
I can't wait for tomorrow morning now. I'm going to listen in now after the shebang.
Morning.
Whispering Angels tonight.
You're working again tonight.
Be good, yeah.
Well, I'm going to do a little bit of a theatre show with Charlie Nicholas. You love Charlie, didn't you?
Champagne Charlie.
Celtic boy, wasn't he?
You see when you were driving home the other night? That Charlie Nicholas? Have you seen that?
No.
You tell me you've seen the clip of Charlie Nicholas see when you were driving home the other night.
No.
Oh, it's good banter. Anyway, back page of the newspapers for you. It's all about Ange Postecoglou. Forest fans call for Postecoglou to be sacked in front of Marinakis. That's the back page of the Times. The Sun going for Ange hit with sack chants. Looking at the Telegraph, sacked in the morning. Pictures of Ange basically hunkered over, leaning on his knees, heads in his hands. It's just not a good thing. Beaten at home 3-2 by Midtjylland. Has Ange made Forest Spursy?
Well, Forest last year was so good, wasn't he? I mean, that was all organised now. I just don't know where the win's going to come from. I mean, the next 3 games he's got is Newcastle. I don't tend to sing in that as well. And then I think you've got a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
I really do. And the owner will be listening to their own fans, and he can make big decisions, the owner. He doesn't care about sacking people and whatever. So if he thinks he's not going to do the job and he's got it wrong, then I think he's... he needs a result from somewhere, and I don't know where it's going to come from in the next 3 games. I really don't.
Yeah, when you look at what they have lost, Al, it's hard to see where they're going to get a win in the next few.
No, it is, but look, he's made the change. Is he going to make another change after 6 games like that?
I think you give him a little bit more time.
You've got to. You've got to.
You can't keep changing managers.
No.
And who do they go for? That's the big question. You know, who's out there now? Would they go Graham Potter now?
I see in the papers today, Brendan Rodgers saying United wouldn't be for him, because the Man United were talking about it, weren't they?
Well, I don't.
Brendan, sorry.
Gareth.
I don't think Gareth needs to get that job. I don't think
Brendan looked a lonely figure on the touchline, didn't he? And his players are not playing for him at the moment. I'm not saying it's Brendan's fault. There's just something not right at Celtic Park.
Well, I think this is a board thing, Al. I think you're right. It's certainly not Brendan. I don't think he was backed going into the Champions League. That was very, very clear. They hadn't invested. Yeah. They were waiting to see if they got Champions League football before they pumped the money in. Celtic are sitting on cash.
Celtic do that, though.
So annoying.
If you go back through the history, they do that. But I tell you what, you don't see much is, all those empty seats last night at the start of the game.
Yeah, 29 minutes was this fan protest that they weren't going to be making noise for 29 minutes. And I don't think it helped the players, certainly not. And then what happened with the Iheanacho situation could have brought them back into the game.
Yeah.
Now, it
would have been 1-1. How does someone watching that 12 times in the van or whatever on VAR get it wrong?
Well,
I'm not making excuses because Celtic were pants. There were 6 out of 10, if that. So I'm not making excuses.
No.
They didn't deserve to win.
But they can goal change games.
How can you get a decision like that wrong? It's shocking.
I think exactly when we're talking about a fan protest as well, that's what could have got the fans up for it, got them back on side. It could have encouraged a win.
It was that bad a decision. I'm looking for... It's not the handball he's given. There's something else, and I'm looking everywhere.
Yeah.
I think, I can't see it.
Well, he pops off his shoulder, isn't it?
But
onto his
is
head.
that not okay?
No, exactly. No, I
don't think it did pop off his shoulder.
I'll show you. It did slightly, didn't it?
There's one angle where I'm like, okay, that's...
It did bounce off his...
The top of his shoulder almost verging on his neck and then off his head.
Which is okay.
But is that not all right? Is that now not how you can score goals? Nobody knows anymore. But it was an absolute shambles, and I feel for Celtic in that, and I feel for Brendan on that, because I think he is doing his best.
Yeah, and what about Rangers?
Oh, goodness gracious. Beaten 2-1 last night. Russell Martin spoke after the game. He said he's adamant that this is a mentality problem. It's not a technical or tactical problem. What do you think about him making that statement?
I think Rangers, if I'm being honest, have got the squad and the players that they should be pushing Celtic, because I think it's 2 average Old Firm teams at the moment. I really do. That's why Hearts are up there. Yeah. And Hearts should take encouragement for that and get stronger and stronger. So there's clearly something wrong, whether it be tactically, whether they don't like the training, I don't know. It's a difficult one because you get in a rut it's hard to get out of. Celtic are in that rut at the moment, although they'll argue and say, well, when was the last time we got beaten apart from last night? But Rangers clearly can get themselves up for the Celtic game, but can't against...
Who have they got the weekend?
Rangers this weekend?
Yeah. And Celtic. Do you know who they got? Because it's all about people don't turn up. If there's suddenly so many empty seats, they've got to make decisions.
We used to have every fixture in front of
Rangers
us.
Rangers have Falkirk this weekend.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's real pressure. It's a tough place to be. We know he's struggling, and by the way, Hearts have Hibs, don't they? Tomorrow, we'll keep an eye on that, and Celtic Motherwell on Sunday. So
right, Shaban, thank you.
Cheers, bros.
Shaban, there you go. That was a look at today's back pages of Tesco Mobile for Business. Well done, Villa, by the way. Well done, Palace. Let's be, let's be a little bit, upbeat, crikey, because Villa were good. Villa played at a high tempo. They were good. We'll hear from a Forest fan who thinks Mourinho should have come in instead of Bigange.
The Back Page Review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Got a side hustle as a Pilates instructor? Stretch your budget with business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big 3 networks. For verification, see tescomobile.com/business.
The Premier League's profit and sustainability rules are sold to us as financial fair play, a way to keep clubs from going bust. But there are those who feel it's starting to look a lot like a system that protects the big boys and keeps the rest in their lane. Here's how it works and why people feel that way. So clubs can only lose 105 million quid over 3 years, which sounds fair, but here's the kicker. Your limit includes how much you earn. So if you're one of the traditional top 6, you've got massive global revenue streams and you can spend way more while still technically following the rules. Meanwhile, ambitious clubs like Newcastle, Villa or Forest, well, they're bringing a knife to a gunfight. Newcastle might be backed by Saudi billions, but they just can't splurge the cash. Their commercial income isn't there yet. Last season, they won their first domestic trophy since 1955 and qualified for the Champions League, which you'd think would be a great springboard for them to go on and start building a team to challenge at the very top. But because of PSR restraints, they couldn't break their wage structure for a new Alexander Isak contract, and look what happened there. So what's the solution? Well, either loosen the reins so ambitious clubs can spend within their means, or cap spending based on something other than revenue. Otherwise, we're just watching the same 6 teams swapping silverware most seasons, and that, folks, ain't what the Premier League was built on.
You in trouble with them earpieces? Just pull them out.
I'm having a Western Super here, trying to get them in and out.
Get the old headphones.
I know, they don't work either.
Oh, you're joking.
So I'm going to
spend in the studio 3 mil. This is talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Brazil, Ray Parlour, our good friends at Arnold Clark. Get 750 quid off any used electric car or home charger, and I will be giving an electric car away next week. Up in Glasgow, yes, with Arnold Clark.
Very good.
So what a nice day that's going to be for someone.
It's going to be a lovely day.
We're taking your calls on last night's European action. Great results for Villa and Palace, but more misery for Forest, Celtic and Rangers. Coming to Tom, the Rangers fan, in a moment. But first, Charlie, a Forest fan's on the line. Charlie, I was going to say, how you doing, Charlie, but it's not a good morning.
How you doing, Charlie?
Hiya, lads, you alright?
Yeah, go on, mate.
Yeah, it's just really bad. Really, really bad. And I don't really blame Ange. I blame Marinakis.
Right.
Yeah.
How can you sack a manager that's done what he's done? It's got to be the worst call in 20 years. Can you think of a worse call in recent history? How do you sack Nuno?
I think the chairman is just one of these guys that, it's my way or there's the highway. See you later. I don't think... I don't know the man. I know he's involved in racing and stuff like that. But
is that right?
I think he's a case of I know what I'm doing. If you don't like it, there's the door.
Well, I think that you pick a manager and say, look, I'm going to trust the manager to do what he can do for the club, and if he doesn't do what he says,
should do that.
Yeah, well, that's how you should work, Hal. You can't be an owner and saying I want to do this, do that.
He's got to sack Ange then. If that's how he is, he's got to sack Ange now.
And those the next 3 games, Charlie, are not good, are they? The next 3 games, not good.
There's 3 losses, isn't it? Well, maybe we might get something against Porto, but Newcastle are going to absolutely batter us, and so are Chelsea.
Who would you want in, Charlie? Look, I don't like sacking any managers, but that is what the day and age we're in now, that managers know that. They're realistic to say that, it's a results game. Who would you want in if he got sacked? Say he did get sacked tomorrow. Who would you want him to come into the Nottingham Forest?
settle us down. Maybe Sean Dyche or something.
Yeah, good shout.
Yeah. Somewhere we're going to defend, you know what I mean? That's how we built last season, man.
But Charlie, isn't it crazy? Last season, end of last season, we're thinking Forest are back in Europe, hard side to beat, and suddenly it's chaos again. How has that happened in such a short space?
Yeah.
Because of Marinakis' decision to sack Nuno.
Okay, Charlie, well, let's see what happens. Let's see what the weekend brings, but it's going to be tough times, Otis. But the next
it was always going to be problems when he had that big argument on the pitch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, he can't do that.
Right, let's have... have we got time for Tom before we break, guys? After the break, we'll speak to Tom. Right, it's coming up 6:38. Let's welcome someone who's swapped. Can we have a little bit of... What about the French music? Come on. It's a big weekend coming up.
Where's his onions? Where's his onions?
Vin Rouge. Yeah, lovely. Steve-O's heading to Paris. We'll talk later with Coral. It's the Arc de Triomphe. A great weekend in Paris. Let's welcome someone who's swapped the Ryder Cup in New York.
Oh, what a job he's got.
Good morning, the poshest man in radio. He's getting about from Long Island to Notre Dame. It's a hunchback, talkSPORT hunchback, Rupert Ding Dong Bell. Morning, Rupert.
Morning, Rupert.
Good morning, Alan.
Oh, he sounds like Quasimodo as well. Get out your room, you lazy git, and get a decent signal. Can't hear you.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
That's better.
He's quaffing a croissant and a glass of red.
Well,
Rupert, try again. If not, we're doing it later.
Don't blame me. I'll see what I can do here. There we go. I'm trying to give you more boost.
No, Rupert, it's not working. It's not working.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't help you here.
Of what I'll be into, it's not working.
For you.
Sorry, Rupert. We'll come back to you with a better line because I can't let listeners go through this.
I think the Ryder Cup.
Your tips are not bad. You know, your tips are bad enough without not understanding.
I think the Ryder Cup's definitely gone to his head now.
I know. Do you see him there in the Ryder Cup?
Oh, he's having the time of his life.
Yeah, but you can't walk about that golf course with jeans on.
Yeah, Ollie was telling me who he's with. Oh, he's enjoying himself too much. He's enjoying himself too much.
Was he?
Oh, he was putting some away. I know that.
How good was the Ryder Cup?
Oh, absolutely brilliant. Do you know what, Al? It was a situation where Arsenal were playing Newcastle 4:30, and obviously the Ryder Cup was on, and it was a brilliant day to watch, wasn't it? And I was in a car watching it on the phone because I was going to Oasis for the night, which was a magnificent.
Oh, can you just?
That was so good.
Sorry, can you relay the story about Oasis?
What?
How much were the tickets?
What do you mean, how much were they?
To go and watch Oasis?
£180.
No, you're a liar.
Exactly.
You're a liar. You told me.
Oh, I've got. Yeah, but Noel sorted me out a couple. That's all right.
No.
What?
What? It wasn't just a couple.
No, I took my family with me.
Yeah,
and they certainly enjoyed themselves.
So he sorted you out with how many?
About 6. It's okay.
Oh, well, there you go.
Half a dozen.
Hello,
no problem.
There you go.
But we had such a great night. I mean,
Ian, get the minibus ready.
I really enjoyed. What can I say? The Verve was superb as well. Just before. I got there about 7 o'clock when the Verve was just coming on, Richard, and then the Oasis come. Oh, he's got some great songs as well, and Oasis come on, and it was absolutely different class. And the people, Al, was up. You know, we was looking down, and people standing up. They was having a great time, and I think they got a week off now, Oasis, and then they go to Korea and Japan, which will be a great trip as well. I mean, but they were so good, and it was so nice to see because. You know, all the punters out there were so happy they've got back together because we might not ever witness that concert, and they were superb. So, what a Sunday I had watching the Ryder Cup. Arsenal beat Newcastle, which was last minute goal, and obviously going to Oasis. So it was when you get Sundays like that, Al, best drink of the week as well. You can't go wrong.
Rupert, if you're still listening,
is he still there?
Rupert, go outside your hotel. Go outside the George Shank with your phone.
Is he there already?
And give us a call.
Is he in Paris?
Of course he is.
Is he there?
Well, I think
he looked like he was in his box room at home.
Oh, well, then he can just walk outside. He knows where the signal's good now. Rupert, come on, Rupert, we're banking on you.
I'm sure he's at home.
Right, Forest fans, we need to... Oh, we got Rupert. We got him. Right, Rupert, second chance. Rupert, morning.
Good. Bonjour.
He's doing it on purpose, Al.
I'm sure.
Is that Ali? Is that Ali when we get him on? He goes through a tunnel when we get him on.
Rupert, where are you? Are you on the Belle Estate outside Broadway, or are you in Paris?
He's in bed.
Get Steve up back, for God's sake. Right, here we are, honestly. Dear, oh dear.
I think he's certainly in Broadway, Al. I'm guessing, because I know that room he was in when it come on.
Right.
And that is in his house.
His study. Right, still to come on breakfast. Here we go.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Download the new improved app to easily manage your accounts and quotes.
Okay, Forest fans, it's your shout this morning. We need to hear from you this morning. 6 without a win under Big Ange. Has the decision by your owner to bring them in for Nuno already been a disaster? The fans weren't happy after another loss last night.
Sacked in the morning, sacked in the morning, yeah, sacked in the morning.
Will he go before Halloween or will he go before Christmas? I don't want him to go past midnight.
Oh dear. Have you gone from potentially playing in the Champions League to heading towards the Championship? 03717223344. Give us a call. That was a look ahead. We're good friends at Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarks Kitchens and Joinery. Get trade prices on kitchens to suit all styles and budgets at Benchmarks.
12 minutes to 7. Rupert's got his jammies back on. He's back in bed. Unbelievable.
He's probably got paid for that as well.
talkSPORT breakfast. Ray Parlour alongside me. Right, what do we know this Friday morning? John McGinn scored again as the Villa continued a winning run, a 2-0 victory over a very, very hot stadium, wasn't it? It was rocking the fans.
The Dutch, yeah. They do, yeah.
In the Europa League. Cracking game, really enjoyed it. The PGA's CEO has said the abuse director at Rory and the rest of the European team at the Ryder Cup crossed the line. Well, it's simple. Don't have the next few Ryder Cups, don't have them in New York. The rest of America's all right, so don't have them in New York. They seem to be rowdier and rowdier. Don't have it. The next Ryder Cup at their manager,
Where is it?
JP's property over in Ireland. Beautiful. And by the way, it'll be stunning.
Again, you know, as much as we have a bit of banter, you do it the right way, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, and they just went over they always go over the top.
I know.
I know people have a few beers, but it's still...
In the bunker, in the woods.
Yeah, yeah.
In the trees.
It's too much.
Shut up, you big... Anyway. Crystal Palace unbeaten run has hit a record 19 games. Brilliant.
Well done.
After beating Dynamo Kiev in the Conference League, after the game manager Oliver Glasner was... by the way, he's in demand now.
I bet he is.
Oliver was asked about the club's new record.
Oh, yes, of course, it's around us, but I told the players a great start, and now it's preparing for Everton. So always keep the focus high. It's such a great period for all of us, and we're all enjoying it. And then now we go to Liverpool and facing their Everton in their new stadium, and we have to be ready. We have to be ready mentally. I don't see any issues that we won't be ready physically, but we have to be ready for their game. Yeah, and of course we want, and it's the same, not to extend the unbeaten run. We will go there to win the game. We know that it's not easy. It's a big challenge, but we will give our best to achieve it.
Great improvement from Palace, and also great improvement from Mateta for me. He's just been called up to the French.
Well, he deserves it.
France.
You know, he's been brilliant. Any Palace fans who watch him week in, week out, he's a handful. He scores goals. And he's done brilliant, you know, and fair play to Crystal Palace. I mean, they've been superb the last couple of seasons, haven't they? Getting to the final, winning the FA Cup, amazing achievement for the club. And it's just carried on. And Glasner, as you mentioned now, he's well in demand. I'm sure Steve Parris is trying to time down as we speak, Al. Trying to get him to sign a new contract because the managers are so important and they're hard to come by. We see what other clubs are going through. If you get a good one, you want to time down as long as you can. It doesn't always work out like that. But certainly he might be loyal to Crystal Palace, and they lost a few big players as well, haven't they? Eze obviously going to Arsenal. Gay was a big player.
He may still go.
Oh yeah, he probably will go. But you know, it's a situation now. The club will be working hard to replace him. But yeah, fair play to them. They've been absolutely brilliant this year. This season, third in the league at the moment. Going to where Everton. Well, that's always a tricky game now, new stadium, but David Moyes is...
So Palace go to Everton. Rangers, they take on Falkirk. Is it still Brockville? I remember going years and years ago to Brockville. And the wall collapsed. No, it wasn't me, by the way, sitting in it. But luckily no one got hurt. So let me take a quick call before Shaban comes up again. We've got a Rangers fan on the phone. Is it Tom? Tom, very good morning. Hiya, Tom.
How you doing, Tom?
Alan, morning, Ray.
Oh, Tom, what is going on with Scottish football? Celtic Rangers, both pants.
Can I give you 2 quick points, Alan?
Go on, mate.
You know, we can't start the way we start, finish the way, playing better in the second half, because you couldn't get any worse in the first half. So you must be better in the second half. So that's not an argument for me. Yeah. Secondly, we've got a guy up front, Shermiti. Now, no disrespect to the boy, I don't see anything in that £8 million when we get rid of Czerny and that other boy, I can't remember his name, sorry, but we get rid of 2 players who were doing a job for us. We bring in an £8 million man for Everton. But my biggest point today is we have a boy sitting on the bench, local boy, Curtis, who's come on and done a great job for Rangers in all his games. His first half in the European game was poor. He came on in the second half, he scored the goal, and he's went from strength to strength. But we go to Tottenham, we bring a guy called Mikey Moore, who's done absolutely nothing, and yet we've got homegrown talent on the bench.
Do you know what, Tom? If you speak,
that's what you need. A few more.
Oh no, absolutely. But Tom, do you know Mikey Moore? You speak to Tottenham fans.
Yeah, they really rate him.
They really rate
Mikey
Mikey
Moore.
Really rate him. Yeah, honestly.
Well, tell me, watch the Rangers games. Watch the Rangers games, and then you can come and tell me that the boy's got something, because I think he's a fish out of water. No disrespect to the lad, but I don't see anything in him. And it's the same as Shermiti. Mickey, oh man, honestly, £8 million, no scored in 26 games. What's going on at Ibrox that we're spending that kind of money on that talent? There's something seriously wrong, and the fans need to be told.
All right, Tom, I need to move on. But I get your message.
I do agree.
So I'll look out for that boy, Curtis.
I do agree. There should be more academy boys coming through. Really know what it means to play for Celtic and Rangers.
Yeah. Well, as I said, you look at the Dutch side, PSVs of this Ajax, Feyenoord. Feyenoord were good last night, really, really good. They're going to battle out with Ajax, I think, for the championship. Right, here we go. Shaban coming next. Don't you wind them up. Put them Kleenex, put that box of Kleenex away.
What's your mean?
Our last caller.
That's all we've got time for there, Tom.
Right, what we got?
Lovely voice, Tom, actually. I have to say that. Okay, back pages today. Pubs get 1 a.m. extension for the World Cup.
Is that definite? Are they going to hold on? Because we spoke about this, was it yesterday or the day before, that there's a possibility the games are going to kick off late because of the heat. Is that set in stone now?
So Martin Ziegler saying, back page of the Times, that a government source said that the World Cup was certain to be declared an occasion for exceptional national significance, which would allow pubs and bars that are usually obliged to close at 11 p.m. stay open for an extra 2 hours without needing to apply for a special permission. 4 a.m.
That's not a problem, is it? It's not a problem.
It's a good thing. I think
people just start a wee bit later, sensible drinks.
Yeah.
It is a bit of a nightmare for us, though. I mean, you go back to the Club World Cup in the summer. To be fair, probably good for the talkSPORT breakfast show, waking up as games are finishing and being across them like that. But in terms of staying open, the pubs late, it's just a good thing for the punters, isn't it? It's a good thing for the fans to take in that atmosphere.
Well, it's the biggest competition in the world, isn't it? The World Cup. You're lucky to play in it.
How are you, Ray, with different countries now? I'm still not sure of this. I like to play a World Cup in Spain, and that's it.
Yeah.
We've
done this in Europe, didn't we?
Yeah, it's going to get worse and worse. We're going to be all over
the travelling for the fans. That's the big question, isn't it? It's you're going for different countries, which is a nightmare. But I'm sure whatever's going to happen during this World Cup, they're going to have a great time as well.
6 countries, 3 continents.
By the way, amazing. If you go back to the last World Cup in USA, the crowds were phenomenal, and it'll be the same again.
When was it? What year was that, Alan? 94. Was that the last one? Was it one after?
Brilliant crowds.
I remember 94. I always think of Republic of Ireland. England wasn't in it, was they?
Is that not 92? Republic of Ireland?
No, 94.
When was it?
94. 94?
Was it
94?
Was in America? It was 94, yeah. And England didn't qualify for that one because I went on holiday with Tony Adams, and I wouldn't have gone on holiday with Tony Adams if he was in the World Cup.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's it. I mean, either way, pubs will stay open.
What did you say when you checked in? We're going to need a bigger fridge.
No, we went to Florida. It was great.
Here, do you know what, Ray? You're lucky.
I come back stone half overweight.
You're lucky you're not in Japan because Japan is on the verge of running out of the country's most popular beer. Yeah, dozens of Asahi factories nationwide have stopped working. They've ground to a halt following the cyber attack on Monday.
Oh no!
Well, Arsenal, that's their new lager sponsor, isn't it? Asahi.
Is it really?
Yeah, over the Emirates now.
They'll be fine then.
Yeah, I didn't mind Camden Hills, but Asahi's lovely. Really, really.
They sell that down the gun.
And Guinness. And Guinness is a new sponsor.
Have you watched Guinness yet? The programme's very, very good.
What's that about?
Mr. Guinness.
It's about Guinness.
Oh my God.
No, it is. I saw a bit last night.
It's really good. Really good.
Based on a
What's
true
it about?
story.
Yeah, of course it is. What else we got?
Mr. Guinness. Do you know Mr. Guinness?
That was the thickest thing I've ever come out with. I'll take it on the chin.
No,
yes. Not confirmed yet, Al, but a government source says it's expected that pubs would be staying open till 1 a.m. So that should be nice.
Right, brilliant, Shaban. Nice one. And lined up this weekend?
I'm working.
You can still go out though, Shaban.
He'll probably go to golf. And then I'll probably just continue living my life.
He's golf every day, isn't he?
Yes.
Oh, he must be getting good.
Can he compete with 18 holes, Ray?
How's them 3 companies he runs? They must be going right down the pan.
Well, that's it. All he does is go to the golf course.
Yeah, but you do most business on a golf course.
Do you know what he says.
Oh, yeah.
Right, Shaban, thank you. Zola, Ben Foster, Barry Hearn, Ramon Vega, all to come this morning.
The Ryder Cup. Unique, euphoric, unanimously loved. Here's the history and some of the key numbers behind the contest that grips the world of golf and beyond like no other. The first edition was held in 1927, where a Great Britain team arrived by boat to play in Massachusetts at the Worcester Country Club. Originally, the competition comprised of 4 foursomes and 8 singles, with 4 balls not introduced until 1963. In the first 22 editions, when it was just Brits and Irish against the US, America only lost 3. So, in 1979, in came the rest of Europe, including the future 5-time Ryder Cup winner, Seve Ballesteros. Since Team Europe was established, the head-to-head reads Europe 13, USA 9. Home advantage is a big deal. Europe's last away win was the miracle at Medina in 2012, and America hasn't won on European soil since '93 at the Belfry. It's accepted that both teams tailor their home courses to suit their own players. For example, in Paris in 2018, Thomas Bjorn asked for the rough to be kept extra long beyond the green to target the big booming American drives. 10 years earlier, Paul Azinger did the opposite, and the Valhalla rough was trimmed right down. On both occasions, the home side were resounding winners. So what about the money? The most recent Ryder Cup in Rome drew in a record 271,000 spectators and boosted the Italian economy by €262 million. In the US, the PGA America TV deal with NBC is worth $440 million. But no Ryder Cup revenue has ever gone directly to individual players. That's until now. In 2025, for the first time ever, the US team will each receive a fee for playing in New York. Of course, in Rome, legend has it Patrick Cantley refused to wear his cap because he wasn't being paid to wear it, though he insisted it simply didn't fit. Either way, Team Europe have made it clear they're more than happy to keep playing for the sheer thrill, joy and prestige of the Ryder Cup.
Bonkers. What's this, Doctor Who? This is talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil, Ray Parlour and Alan Clark. Let me hear this. Turn up.
This is your... This is bonkers.
Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Why are we playing this, Ray?
I don't know. No, I do know.
The Bosch?
The Bosch, he's been on.
You can't dance to this, can you?
Yeah, he can.
Really?
I could see him dancing.
Lost loads of weight, but
I think he's lost a stone, he reckons. So, you know...
What's his partner? Is it
Amy?
Is it they're on? Is it tonight?
I've seen... They've been really, really on social media. I've been watching him, how he's getting on. He's still in Dino's calf every now and again.
How can you go to training on Strictly and be down the calf having a full
Of course
fire?
you can. You've got to eat, Hal. It's all about refuelling, as they say.
Yeah, but poor Amy, there's nothing of Amy. Is she down the calf?
Well, I think she's selling beds now down the market. Oh, Amy, in her spare time. But no, he's dancing tomorrow night.
Hey,
so
did I read this morning, the Bosch? I I'm sure, he's got twins, and I'm sure they signed him up an agency, and already they could be getting involved in a movie.
Oh, the twins?
I read that this morning, yeah.
They're lively.
Yeah, I meant to ring him, but he's going to be too busy because he's on Strictly.
He's a little boy as well, so let's hope he can do well and get to the latter stages of the.
Well, I hope so. I don't know if the Bosch can dance.
Wait, yeah, he can dance. Of course he can. He can throw some shapes in. Don't worry about that. From Romford.
Have you seen him up there on
Hollywood?
Dance Hill?
No, I've seen him in his local pub. He can move. Don't worry about
that pub all the time, and I look to see if his car's there.
Where?
No, keep going, Alan.
What one? Yeah.
In the woods.
Oh, Fetchers.
Oh, don't break. Yeah, well, you don't have to mention it.
Why?
Well, the punters will turn up.
No, they won't. It's all right. I don't think he's been drinking too much lately.
He can do if you.
He can't. It's the training. I should imagine. He's really tough. I know. Merce done it, didn't he? Merce done it. Tony Adams has done it. And then
Goffey, did Goffey not win it?
Goffey was good though. He's a good dancer, isn't he? Mark Wambrakash.
Yeah,
he won it.
Because of a good. Yeah, they've got a good.
Yeah, they seem.
Was Tuffers in there? No, he couldn't have been.
Tuffers, was he in there?
He couldn't have been.
In the jungle. He'd done something, didn't he? Tuffers, but he would have been up there as well with his personality. But the Bosch, look, he's got every chance, every single chance.
Good luck to the Bosch.
Just don't fall over, Bosch. Make sure you don't tread on her toes either. Amy's toes.
Former Celtics on the way this morning. Here we go. Former Celtic skipper Paul Lambert will look back on maybe, one of the worst VAR decisions we've seen of all time that cost Brendan Rodgers' side last night. It was 1-0 down Celtic at the time. It was a clear goal, not given, disallowed. Gianfranco Zola will tell us how he ended up being Molinari's buggy driver at the Ryder Cup last week. I've not had a chance to talk to you. That was just amazing, the Ryder Cup. Oh, I've never seen
I think the first day was the one.
The golf was incredible.
The foursomes, the first day was they went in with a good lead, didn't they? And that was brilliant. The partnerships they had was different class, and it was well done to Luke Donald. I mean, he got it right. Europeans, you did fancy him, didn't you? You said before.
Yeah, but on the Sunday afternoon,
I just thought America, because it's in New York as well. It might be a little bit more difficult, but fair play to the Europeans.
The Americans at one stage were 100-1 to win it.
Were they?
Yeah.
Well, there was one stage on that Sunday where they was coming back, weren't they? And you're thinking, oh no, don't blow it.
By the way, it was so tight.
But it was
Aubert getting the point.
Yeah.
You had Shane on the last, and also don't forget Tyrrell Hatton as well. He got a nice half.
That would have been some celebration after, because
$200,000 bar bill, wasn't it?
It's one of them when you go away from home and you can get a result like they did, especially in that hostile environment. Then you fair play to them, and they would always know now, that they've won the Ryder Cup. A lot of them guys for the first time, and that'll always be in the history books now.
Right, we're going to build up to the Hollywood Derby. What you say? Yeah, between Wrexham and Birmingham City. On talkSPORT 2 tonight, where man who played for both, Ben Foster, and Little Sam will be back for this week's Curse of the Commentator. Before all that, though, the fans are turning on Big Ange at the City Ground.
The famous grand old City Ground. European football back on home turf.
Poor outcome for us. It was obviously an important night.
Crystal Palace must be laughing. They're a bit of a funny club. Everyone laughs at Forest.
Dial has scored at the back post. The City Ground is silent.
He is the worst manager ever to grace the Premier League. Now there's a statement for you.
Given in by Sincere, flicked on. Is it going to go in? It is! They've got another! And Vic Sørensen was lurking.
And what I see with Ange Postecoglou, he drains the life out of the players. If I was playing for him, I'd feel that way.
My responsibility lies to make sure that we try and get some wins for this football club and progress.
Here come Michelin on the counter to seal it. Biscop Andressen through the middle. He has sealed it!
He's got no discipline when it comes to set pieces, organising at the back, having a mentality of defending well and being strong as a team.
Sacked in the morning. The chant of the Nottingham Forest fans.
Fans are disappointed. They're allowed to, they're entitled to have an opinion on it. I heard their opinion.
You've gone from Nuno, who had all of that, to the complete opposite.
There are boos. You can hear them now as he walks down the tunnel. Ange Postecoglou. 6 games now for Ange Postecoglou. No victory.
I really believe in sort of the process of what we're doing, and I don't think we're far away.
Sacked in the morning, yeah, sacked in the morning.
Yeah, so Ange has only been in the door for, 3 weeks? Come on. That's a bit strong, isn't it? Although...
Well, it's not his players, is it? I mean...
No, the fans have already turned, and the stats make for pretty grim reading. First Forest manager in 100 years not to win in any of his first 6 games. No Premier League club has conceded more goals since his appointment. And the man who replaced Nuno has already picked up as many points at West Ham in just one game than Big Ange has at Forest. Crikey.
Records you don't want now.
Talk about slaughter the guy.
Yeah, I know.
Let's get more reaction to fans turning on Ange with former Forest striker Rob Earnshaw. Rob, good morning, Rob.
Morning, Rob.
Good morning, guys.
Rob, it's hard to believe, really, how this has turned against Forest. You know, after last year, Forest things were really looking up. European football again, and suddenly it's all doom and gloom. They want the manager out.
To be fair, I would say it is only a small section of people that were shouting that last night. And it's not everybody, because that fan base is brilliant. They will support the manager. We're talking about a small fan base rather than the majority. I think the majority went to enjoy Nottingham Forest playing at home in front of the lights in a European Cup game for the first time in 30 years. So that was, I think, what most people were looking at. So I think it's a little bit harsh as well, you know, to be singing that to your own manager after 6 games is incredible.
Sounded very young as well, didn't they? Sounds as if they'd had a couple of champions.
Yeah, do you know what? It's because of the situation rather than Ange. You know, I actually think Ange should be given a little bit of time, listen, he's 6 games in. He's only been in about 3 weeks. You know, come on. Like, what are we talking about? Allow the man to work a little bit.
Oh, I agree, Rob.
Get to know his players.
It must be exciting. Next 3 games, Newcastle, Chelsea and Porto.
That doesn't help, does it, when you put it on paper like that? But we've got to give him time. We've got to give him the time to work with his players a little bit longer. But I would say this, you know, they have shown some signs. That's the thing. If you look at Betis, the last game against Betis, they were incredible in that game, and that was away.
Yeah.
Even the Burnley game, they drew the Burnley game. But if you watch that game, what they were trying to do was brilliant. And they played some really good football. So there's been patches where it's been positive. But I think we've got to kind of... He is a good manager. He is a good manager, and we have to give him some time.
Rob, just looking at the success last season for Forest, it was all about organisation, wasn't it? All about sometimes set plays would win you a game. And now, what the supporters are saying, look, it's gone the opposite way now. I mean, have they got the players to play on the front foot like he did at Spurs? And you know, you look at the Premier League last year and the organisation at times, seeing games out at times, he couldn't do that. So that's the big problem they're going to have. He's got to know his players and say, look, we might have to carry on that way, where we play a little bit deeper and play on the break.
Yeah, and you know what? Everything right now comes from the fact that Nuno was so popular. Mr. Marinakis is actually very popular. And then you've got a decision that takes away Nuno, your favorite guy right now, and he's gone in an instant, almost over a weekend. And then all of a sudden, Ange has come in. So Ange has fallen into a position of, listen, this wasn't my decision. Yeah. This is not my fault. I didn't make this decision. I was just... being brought in, you know, overnight kind of thing. So that's where the frustration with the Forest fans comes from. But I would say this, I think they have got the players, to be honest. I think this squad is actually better than last season. You know, you look at some of the signings of Mari Hutchinson, quality young player, McAtee from Man City, Douglas Luiz, he's injured right now, but Douglas Luiz is somebody I was missing last night. You look at up front, you now got Igor Jesus, who's been on fire. I think he's a steal at around 10 million. I think they got him with Chris Wood. So you've got 2 players that can rotate now.
So, Rob, you're saying to the Forest fans, keep the faith. Keep the faith.
Yeah, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Rob, what about I've got time for one quick one. Wembley, Wales. Can Wales shock England? Can they hold England at Wembley next week?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Listen, we lost to Canada in the last game, but that was the young players. I spoke with Craig after, and he just talked about, I've got to allow them to get experience, but the next game we'll see a stronger setup. But I would say this, we also got Belgium. So the priority will be Belgium next Monday night over the England game. So, but two huge games. And Craig's been saying about how Wales are really looking forward to playing England, number one, because they're a top team, and then playing Belgium in the qualifier. And Belgium, if Wales beat Belgium, they're in really great position for the World Cup then. So I think that's going to be the most important thing on Monday night. But it's going to be a great game against England. Of course, it always is.
Next one, Rob.
Cheers, Rob.
You. All the pubs in Cardiff and Swansea will be praying, won't they?
I'm going next Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Wembley, yeah. So looking forward to it. Again, I don't get too excited, but World Cup, I certainly will be getting excited because the squad we have, England, is very, very strong.
Up next, Ray, we're going to ask who finishes higher this season, Man United or Sunderland? There you go.
Oh, that's what they're playing, isn't it, this weekend?
Good morning, 7:20 on talkSPORT. Ray, you bumped into anyone down the roads lately? Any West Ham or any?
Whose birthday was it yesterday? I think it was Trevor Bookins, wasn't it?
Was it?
And Trevor was in there the other day having lunch. He
Very
goes
quiet,
in there quite often. Yeah, Trevor's a great guy, great player as well when he Beckham.
Big
West
star.
Ham, all the West
Big
Ham.
star.
Not really seen too many people around. I think I was in there, popped in there after golf yesterday, and there was a big football tournament over the road. So all the kids were in there.
It's Shenfield High School.
Yeah, Shenfield High School over the road. So all the kids, I asked a few of them. I knew a few little ones. Johnny Sharp's little grandson was in there.
Was he?
He played. They come third, I think, their team. But it's good to see kids playing football, isn't it?
Could do a bit of sponsorship, couldn't you?
Maelstrom, as they say.
Okay, I've given her 7 minutes to get her earpiece in, and
a bit fiddly, these things, isn't they, Shaban?
Listen, I'm better at getting them in than you two.
I don't know.
I'm
straight to
well,
the head.
Alan's right with his ones, over there.
Yeah, how come
He's got the posh ones.
Eh?
How
Can't we have them ones?
Because contract.
I bet you.
What contract?
You get a decent contract.
I have put my fingers.
I've definitely got these in.
Tony Cascarino's
See, I
ears
remember this
so
when he
many
first went to
times.
Vegas. Our next guest we're going to hear from had the same problem. Does he wear an earpiece, or does he wear headphones, or does he not wear... He just ad-libs. And this is who I'm talking about.
If I can't help falling in love with you.
Tom Jones.
Do you know what? Yesterday I was flicking through the channels. I went home and I was ready for the football. And the old 60s were on, and Tom Jones came on singing The Green, Green Grass of Home. He looks a different fella.
Do you know, I've been listening to a lot of Tom Jones recently. I'm not sure why. It's like my
he's a
Spotify
legend,
likes.
isn't he?
It's got so many.
What's that programme what he was on when the chair turned round?
Oh,
Is that still on?
The Voice.
You never,
The Voice?
You never,
Yeah.
you never threw your Alan Wickers at the telly, did
The old Alan Wickers.
Bet you
See,
did.
don't wear Alan Wickers. What are you
Daly
talking about?
disappeared.
Right, what we got?
We get a coat.
Okay, reports online this morning that Manchester United chiefs reportedly gave thought to turning to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer before landing Ruben Amorim last year. Solskjaer sacked by Besiktas back in August. It's reported as well that he's back in the Manchester area. Back pages today, there's focus on Sir Gareth Southgate. We know that he's been linked to Manchester United if anything is to happen to Ruben Amorim. Papers today saying that Gareth Southgate feels that he wouldn't be given enough time at Old Trafford to turn things around. Question is this morning now, has Ruben Amorim had enough time? 1st of November would mark a year at the club. He's won 18 out of 49 games in charge of Man United. And this weekend...
That's not good enough, is it?
It's crucial.
But a year's plenty of time. Look, we're talking about Ange getting the bullet here. Or fans want him getting the bullet after a few games, a few weeks. A year, you got to be getting things right in a year. I know you got to get rid of players on big money. That's the problem.
That's the hard bit, yeah.
Big clubs like Man United have got. Because the guys they want out won't go. They're saying, no, unless I get compensated, I'm not leaving. And then people who want to take them are thinking, is he worth not just the transfer fee, is he worth the monthly salary, So it's not easy, but a year, you've got to see improvement. You've
A
got
couple
to
of
see
transfer windows. Well, he's been backed, isn't he? Transfer windows?
Yeah, he's had 240.
I think he's on thin ice, with the greatest respect to him.
I mean, is this weekend the most dangerous for Ruben Amorim as the manager? Bearing in mind
As
we have an international break. I mean, Sunderland, 3 o'clock tomorrow.
Oh.
All the updates for you in talkSPORT. It's at Old Trafford, but you look at the form that Sunderland are in.
Well, Sunderland are, but Sunderland are playing with... But maybe they're playing with what United haven't got, is togetherness and passion. So United have to match that, and then their added ability should win the game. And if he wins that one, then, he survives another several weeks.
That was always when you played in the FA Cup, third, fourth rounds. All you got to do is match their, tenacity and all that sort of stuff, and make sure you're in. You know what you're gonna get, but your quality then should shine through. And that's what Man United probably haven't done.
And to be fair to Sunderland, they've come up here and had a real go.
Yeah, well, they've done brilliant.
So it's not going to be easy.
I think all the clubs have been promoted. It's not going to be like last season when all 3 went down.
I think United...
Leeds United...
None of this patience nonsense against Sunderland. I think they've got to go for the jugular.
First goal.
First 10, 15 minutes, go for it.
Absolutely go at them. And it's just been so disappointing. There's no consistency with the results. I mean, you had the guy on here, Frank, who's not had his hair cut until Man United can win 5 in a row. You know, there's a lot of fans putting these bets on themselves now because it's so bad at the club. And I also think that's adding to the pressure on Ruben Amorim, and I don't know your thoughts on this, Ray, is the players who were in his bomb squad. Let's focus on Rashford in particular, player of the match performance at Newcastle last week in the Champions League. Haaland for Napoli got a brace. Even Alanga, even though that wasn't really Ruben Amorim, but the players that have left, Anthony, he wanted out the club, have gone on to do good things.
Pressure off. I'm saying pressure off, and he's gone to Barcelona, Rashford. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying he's pulling up trees every game, but he's enjoying his football again.
Well, no player at Barcelona this season has contributed to more goals than Marcus Rashford. And like you say, it's not going to a club where there's no pressure. But is that, Ray, the weight of the Manchester United shirt, on the players and on the manager?
Well, you know, they set the bar so high, didn't they? Especially in the 90s under Sir Alex Ferguson. They were the best team, you know, in the world probably at that time. One of the best teams until, you know, we was probably the team that really started challenging them, 98 onwards, and then obviously Chelsea come onto the scene. And now you look at Liverpool and teams like that, but they set the bar so high, and Manchester United were a team that you feared. You know, I always remember being on holiday, and when the fixture list come out, the first game you looked at when we play Man United. Simple as that. Because they were feared. It was. You went to Old Trafford and you're thinking, God, you know, it's a fortress. Well, people enjoy going there now.
I used to feel like that at Anfield. We go to Anfield,
exactly,
think,
and that's what they got to get back.
You know, people like Roy Keane, why they're having a go, it's because they knew how hard it was, difficult to break into that United side, and they knew the quality they had to show every day.
Yeah, standards
under Fergie and training, not just the games. And that's why they're not slagging off, that's too strong, but that's why they're very critical, because they feel angry about it.
Yeah.
That they're not putting it all in like they used to have to do when United were, as Ray says, one of the best teams.
You've got to be absolutely privileged to wear that Manchester United shirt. That you're playing for Manchester. You don't realise how big the club is. And it's standard, simple as that. And I think Roy Keane, Paul Scholes, all them sort of guys who set massive high standards, they're not seeing it with the team now.
If Amorim stays at Man United for the end of the season, who will finish higher, United or Sunderland?
You'd expect United right away.
Would you?
Above Sunderland.
15th last season?
Yeah. Sunderland have still got a hard job staying in the Premier League.
Well, Sunderland, if they come fourth and bottom, they've had a brilliant season.
Correct.
Leeds the same. Burnley's the same.
Yeah, absolutely. That's their aim.
That's their aim to stay
retain Premiership status.
There's a Manchester United fan channel that's doing the rounds on social media this morning. It's trending. Man United have identified Como boss Cesc Fabregas as the perfect manager to take over.
Well, we know about that, don't we, Because we used to do work for Como.
Yeah. I mean,
the owners, Malaysians.
He's doing a good job down there, and
he is doing a good job.
He likes a pizza though, old Cesc. Down at Old Trafford.
Cesc to Man United.
He's the one who threw the pizza, wasn't it?
He'll be the one who gets relegated.
No, that was the well, it'd be a big call for a Cesc, but you know, who knows? It could happen.
All right, Shaban, thank you. Back later. Coming up, who's coming up? Paul Lambert. We're talking about Celtic last night. And the Tractor Derby as well. Ipswich against Norwich. Ipswich record of late against Norwich, not good. Gianfranco Zola will pop up. Maybe he knows a little bit about Como as well. We'll talk Ryder Cup. Gianfranco was driving Molinari's buggy. Ben Foster and Barry Hearn as well. Coming up to 7:30 Friday, talkSPORT.
boxing. It's a sport that makes multi-millionaires out of the world's best fighters, but it's not as flush with cash as you'd think. We all see how much the likes of Tyson Fury or Canelo Alvarez make every fight, but that's not the case for those just starting out, or those who aren't even at that level. For example, if you've just turned pro and don't have a promoter, you have to sell your own tickets, cover the cost of the venue yourself, and pay the tax man at the end of it. You might not even break even, but if you do, you're looking at 5 to 10 grand max. A mid-tier fighter might make more like 10 to 50 grand, but you still have to give up half of that in costs. So unless you're fighting for a world title, it's tough to make money. One potential way of doing it, though, is being a journeyman. Here's former European champion talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver explaining how that could work.
They want to fight every week, and they can be going in against the prospects, so they can demand good money, and they might be demanding like 5 grand, 10 grand for a 6-rounder or something because they're going in with a prospect. He gets through that, the journeyman gets through that fight, and he can fight again next week.
I mean, even so, it's not much, and you're getting punched in the face for a job. It's only really at the top level, i.e. fighting for titles, where you're earning up to 6 figures and can afford a diamond chain or that Ferrari. So boxing isn't a sport that allows you to retire at 40 and live a life of luxury. Much like a lot of other sports and jobs in general, it takes an awful lot of luck quite early in your career to really make it worth your while.
Down. Do you know what? The buttons don't work either now. I'm just giving up on that box. That can get lost. talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil Ray Parlour and our friends at Arnold Clark. Get £750 off any used electric car or a home charger. Now, if you haven't seen it, Celtic were on the wrong end of just a diabolical VAR decision. Some people are saying the worst of all time last night. Iheanacho looked to have equalised against Braga. 1-0 down Celtic. He finds a far post, but VAR decided to check for handball despite it bouncing off his face. It took for ages as well. A few minutes later, to the amazement of absolutely everyone, it was disallowed. And Celtic boss Brendan Rodgers just couldn't believe it.
Can't understand why the referee isn't asked to go and have a look at it. You know, I think if you're looking at that, even if you look at it once, twice, and I'm assuming the guys in the VAR will have watched it more than that because of the time it took. But there's absolutely no way from every angle you look at that he's touched it. So it's hit his face. He's gone away and finished it really, really well. And that's a big moment in the game for us.
Yeah, 1-0 down. It could have been different. It may not.
Goals change games,
very,
Alan.
very poor atmosphere. Celtic were poor as well. Let's say very good morning, Paul Lambert. Paul, hiya, Paul. Morning.
How you doing, Paul?
Morning, Alan. Morning, Ray.
Paul, a couple of things to talk about. We talked about Celtic. We talked about Ipswich Norwich as well. But that goal last night, the so-called equaliser that was looked at and looked at and looked at and then decided it was a handball, diabolical for me.
I don't think you needed VAR to see that. That was obviously the hand that hit his face, wasn't it? So you don't need people in a studio to tell you that's wrong. I mean, if you don't know the game, I don't know who's watching the game up there, but the referee it didn't have to even go to the VAR. It's just it doesn't make sense to me with a lot of the decisions that get made with VAR. So how we get that wrong is beggars beyond belief, really. You know, because you don't need guys in a studio to tell you it hit his face.
And that could have changed the game, Paul, but it's not taking anything away from Celtic. Have got problems. The crowd, there's a big meeting on Monday with the board. It's not good, and it's shown on the field as well, because Celtic were poor for me last night, and Rangers are struggling as well. That's why Hearts are up there challenging, so we could have a new threat in the SPL. But Celtic on a European night, that took me by surprise last night, Paul.
Yeah, and it's unlike the Celtic fans to do that. Really, I've never really known them to do that. Even one time there when we had some little hard times, the crowd always turned up. So I don't know the whole ins and outs of it, but I think the way the game is at the minute, especially in Scotland with the big two, that there's a little bit more scrutiny on what's happening with the fans side of it at Rangers and Celtic. So hopefully, from a Celtic point of view, they settle down a little bit. I mean, the season's just started. I mean, there's 6 games going, I think. So it's a long way to go. But hopefully the Celtic fans start to realise, no, we have to support the club.
Ray, I know you want to come, but just let me ask Paul just one last one about, I watched Feyenoord last night against Villa, Paul. What a game. I really enjoyed it. And I'm thinking the way Feyenoord played with that crowd buzzing and the flair they had, I don't see that a lot of Celtic and Rangers. And, we're not talking about, we're a big club, Celtic, massive club, as are Rangers worldwide. We don't have the funds that the teams down in the Premiership here have. We know that. We're not stupid. Real Madrid, Barcelona's Bayern. We don't have that. But we certainly, I think, have enough in the coffers like Feyenoord and Ajax and PSV have, but they seem to do better in Europe than we do.
No, and that's happened for years. I mean, that's always the case. It's happened for years, but I think I'm fortunate I played abroad, and I know the way fans, especially the club I was at in Dortmund, they had a phenomenal support, and I've never seen the crowd turn once. As long as they saw you giving effort, they absolutely loved you. So, and the Celtic fans, as I said before, not like that. But I think we're I don't think we're in a good place with crowds at the minute, having a lot of say, and it's going way over the top. If you look at Russell at Rangers, to me that's overstepping the line. Some of the stuff that's happening there. If they're not criticising his hair, they're criticising his beard. Not criticising his beard, they're criticising his hair. Everything he says, it's no football anymore. It becomes personal. I don't think that's right. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think it's right. And I think you look at Ange as well. 6 games, people want you out. I mean, what chance have you got? I think that the foreign fans have got a better understanding of it, of how football actually works, and they're more tolerant. And as long as they see the team try to fight, then they certainly get behind the team more than a lot of British fans do.
Paul, is there enough people coming through the academies? Because been grown up being Rangers, whether it's Celtic, and they know the importance of the club itself. They've been drummed into it as a youngster. Is there enough people coming through the academy? Because it could be a stepping stone from maybe playing in the Premier League. But you see the Dutch way. You've already had Ajax bringing loads of players through, and then obviously selling on. But are they producing enough players in the youth teams and reserves and all that sort of stuff?
No, the simple answer to that's no, they're not. And I think you probably came through the ranks, and Alan probably came through the ranks the way I did. I made my debut when I was 15.
Yeah,
you don't see that really anymore. You don't really see that anymore. Even the Man United lads that came through under Sir Alex time, the class of '92 as they call it. You don't see that now. But Celtic and Rangers should be breeding their own. Where
absolutely,
you're right. If they do sell or they do really well, then they get sold or whatever it is. That should the way it was, but it doesn't really happen anymore. People want instant success. You're never going to get it like that. It doesn't happen. Celtic and Rangers are clubs where it doesn't matter who you play against at Celtic or Rangers. You have to win. You have to win. It doesn't matter who you're playing against. You have to win because the demand of the club is so big.
Paul, just to another derby, Rangers Celtic, to Ipswich Norwich, and Norwich of late have had the best of the derbies. You yourself won at Portman Road, I think 5-1. People don't realise this is a fierce derby as well, isn't it?
I think, listen, I know it's an hour down the road, and this is obviously the derby, and the two sets of fans will make it a great atmosphere, I'm pretty sure. And you know yourself, it doesn't matter what type of form you're getting into in the derby games, it's on that day. If you can get off to a good start, then the better team will win. But it's like a derby, as I said, nobody knows how it's going to be. You get that extra few percent out of people that normally wouldn't. So, I think it's going to make it a good game.
It's unbelievable, the record, though, Paul. I don't know if you know this, but I don't think Ipswich have beat Norwich since 2009.
Yeah.
Amazing record, really.
Oh, was that right?
Yeah.
I never knew that either.
No.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I don't know.
It was, I think,
Alan told me to ask you that, Paul. That's the only reason I mentioned it.
I think looking at Ipswich at the minute, I think are in a kind of strongish place. I know their league form has been pretty up and down, but I think being at home, it's a tough place to go. And I think Kieran's done really, really well there. They've had a little bit of a blip getting relegated, but it happens when you just go up to the Premier League. So listen, it's a tough game. But I said before, you've played in derbies, Alan's played in them, I've played in them. You can get into form, or you get into the games without form. You can end up getting beat heavily, or you can end up getting a good result.
Yeah, absolutely. Just finally back to Scotland, Paul. Hearts, under okay, not officially, but I'm sure the Brighton owner has definitely got a lot to say what's going on at Hearts. Can Hearts keep pushing Celtic and Rangers to the SPL?
I see. You think they would do? As I said before, I think that their 6 games gone. It's the usual things up there where people say, "Well, the Hearts are in the title race." Get to March and April.
Because Aberdeen done it last year, didn't they? They had an unbelievable start and fell away. Yeah,
absolutely, and it can happen. So I'm never one for to say you're in the league race after 6 games. If that happens, then you may as well just call it quits now. So a long, long way to go with Hearts.
Yeah, brilliant, Paul. Have a great weekend.
Cheers, Paul.
Thanks, pal. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Paul Lambert there knows all about Celtic and Ipswich and Norwich. Even
that's amazing stat though, isn't it? Ipswich 2000. I know.
Don't go on about it.
But that is some stat, isn't it?
Wasn't my day.
I know. Well, Ipswich would be big favourites to win, but no, being at home.
Well, Ipswich are favourites for everything at the moment. I keep saying to the boys at
Coles, yeah.
Saying, are you sure we're favourites? But saying that, look, a couple of wins.
Middlesbrough top of the league at the moment.
It's a strange old league, isn't it? It's wide open.
League.
So Ipswich are sort of halfway now, 10 points. So if Ipswich can go on a run, they can get back up there. I said start of the season, I'll be delighted with playoffs.
Coventry had a good win.
Cov were good last year as well.
And they've got Sheffield Wednesday this weekend.
Who are struggling. We'll talk about that later. Stoke have a surprise.
Yeah, Stoke have been very good.
Stokies are up there. West Brom are a hard side. Leicester are up there. Listen, you could go from 10th QPR down to 17th, 18th, and you just put a little run together, and suddenly you're in the picture again of playoffs. So there's a long, long way to go there, but it's a great derby. Really, really enjoy it. Even from the youth team, reserves, first team, I played in them all.
Was you very good? Did you win a lot of?
Yeah, we did, yeah. Not every time, but we won a lot. We
scored loads of goals. Did you score many goals out against Norwich?
As a kid,
I know you did score 5 at Southampton, wasn't it?
I got 4.
Did you got 4 against Norwich?
I played in 1 month, 4 games, and got 4, 16 goals.
No.
4 were at Carrow Road, yeah. But that was a youth team.
Oh, that don't count.
But no, I did score. I remember scoring a rare right-footed goal against them at Portman Road.
Yeah.
But with some great games, and we were.
But you was a top side, though. You go back to the side. Norwich were a decent side as well. Back in the
John Bond and Bobby. Oh, they had a ding dong. They too. Right, coming up 7:45. What we got coming up for you next? Shaban will be back. Then the next hour, big hour coming up. We've got Zola, Gianfranco Zola, Ben Foster, Barry Hearn, all coming up. Right, there you go. Still to come. That's still to come on breakfast. East Anglian Derby coming up. All eyes will be on Forest again. It's going to be really, really difficult. How they got on this weekend. And at the top, we've not even touched on the top yet, Ray. We'll come to the Premier League as well.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Download the new improved app to easily manage your accounts and quotes.
Do you know, I'm 66, Ray. I hate being told what to do. Do you get that? Do you get like that, Ray? Do you get like that?
What, getting told what to do?
Yeah.
I don't get told what to do.
You want to sit here?
What? Are you getting told what to do?
Oh, for God's sake. Right, coming up, we're going to be joined by Chelsea legend who made
Only
Justin
Jill
Rose
can tell you
blush
what to do.
at the Ryder Cup last week.
I meet a lot of really cool people in my life through the game of golf, but I was like, whoa, wow, hey, Gianfranco, like, you know, it's like I was starstruck.
There you go, Francesco Molinari's buggy driver, Zola. By the way, Justin's a big Chelsea fan as well, that's why. So Zola, a legend, will be with us at 8 a.m. this morning. Also build up to the Hollywood derby between Wrexham and Birmingham City on talkSPORT 2. That's tonight, don't forget. Well, my man who played for both, Ben Foster. That was a look ahead. We're our good friends at Travis Perkins, 751.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarks Kitchens and Joinery. Get trade prices on kitchens to suit all styles and budgets at Benchmarks.
Baby, don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me.
Yeah, the boys were in the studio yesterday. Jim and Wee Charlie, yeah, they were in seeing, I don't know who they were seeing.
Who'd you go to school with, Albert one?
Both, same class, both, yeah.
Of them. Wow.
And they were hanging about later, and I thought, no, go home. But Wee Charlie loves he thinks he's Johnny Cash, you know. Loves
have a little debrief?
He loves his black shirt, black suit. Whereas Jim was a little bit more, how can I say, a bit more extravagant. You know, Jim lives in Italy now. Wee Charlie lives in Glasgow and London.
Italian style way.
But I'm going to have a
little bit like McTominay.
I'm going to have a sesh with him soon. Siobhan, what you got? Why are we playing this?
Oh, it's lovely because your old school besties were in the building. I can't believe you didn't go and see them for a little bit of a debrief. Have them in here for
You've changed.
Well, Jim doesn't drink for a start.
Are you off?
You don't have to drink.
Eh?
You off it?
I've not had for a few weeks. Yeah. Just having a little break before Christmas.
Just a bit of waiting, yeah. You've done a bit.
You look well.
Oh, give us a break, will you, Jill?
Can you see it? Can you see it now? Can you see it now?
Can't take it yet.
Sorry. Oh, don't.
Still got a long way to go.
Wow. No, don't let it look. I can see his little face there.
He's not happy.
He's going to have a go at me back in a minute. Is he speaking? Where? Oh, Alan.
There's a magnifying glass and there's a mirror. And
Tweezers and stuff. That's good.
Our listeners talk.
Oh, don't.
Eh?
Disgusting. Disgraceful. Yes, Alan, as you know, if you listen to talkSPORT Breakfast, has probably name-dropped Simple Minds and been at school with them 6,542 times.
Well, what's wrong with that? Who'd you go to school with?
Proud of him.
Nobody.
Well, there you go.
No, I don't know, doing his meal plans or something to lose some more weight. And Alan was asked, the guys were asked.
Alan was asked. No, I wasn't.
Jim and Charlie were asked what Alan was like in high school.
And Alan was really posh, right, Jim? We thought
middle class in terms of Glasgow. Yeah. He hates when we say that, but well-to-do.
But
had a garden. Very posh.
But he was. But I always remember he was a great guy. And when just instantly, him and I got on so well. And when I look back at it now, I think, my God, it's so weird that Baz, I call him, Baz and I were the first friends at school.
Alan I think he was the brightest in the class as well, and it seemed effortless. He was just very bright. He also had the hairiest legs. And I remember that for the school trials, like, he's not our age.
I always thought he was about 40, even when I first met up.
Yeah, he's 40 and he's playing the under 13s. Great compliments.
Oh, you two. Hey, calm down.
That's lovely, though.
You still got your legs.
By the way, I keep going on about it, but it was some school. 40 in a class, you know. It was a big, big school. But they'll tell you...
What qualifications do you get, Al?
Me,
Did you do
I left when I was 15.
That's
But I wasn't the brightest in the class. He's talking.
No, I think you might be doing yourself a disservice. I think you might be really naturally bright.
What was your favourite?
Yeah, it just didn't work out.
What was your favourite lesson?
I like English and history.
Yeah.
Did you ever
I can
get
see
like
that.
detention or the belt?
Oh, yeah. I hate the belt. Oh, yeah, I used to get the strap all the time.
Slipper.
Gosh. Oof.
Did any of the Simple Minds guys get the strap?
Oh, yeah. They were Tory Glen, they were. Dear, the dogs go about in threes. Don't worry about that.
And you had a garden. Oh, you're lucky.
Of course I had a garden. Yeah. Not when I first grew up. Later on we did, yeah.
Yeah, that was like a sign of wealth in that area. I mean, in certain areas of Glasgow, if you had a garden, it was a sign of doing well.
Right, I didn't live in a...
It's not a bad thing.
I didn't live in a tenement, right? But Glasgow, them tenements now are worth fortunes.
Yeah, of course.
The old sandstone, big high ceilings worth fortunes. But the guys were great. But I don't remember them playing music. And of course, you had Travis in there as well.
That's crazy.
A lot younger than me, but you had Texas.
Wow.
So Jerry McElhone, the manager, was our age, our class, our form. And his younger brother, plays in Texas.
That's crazy.
And you'd altered images as well.
What's funny is that, as we mentioned there, Alan likes to talk about being at school with Simple Minds, but we asked them, do they like to name drop Alan Brazil?
It was the World Cup in Spain, and Scotland unusually featured and were playing, and we were on tour some part of the world up in the middle of the night, tuning in to the game, and there's Alan Brazil, Baz, Charlie's pal, really good pal of Charlie, kicking off for Scotland, passing it to Kenny Dalglish in the opening group game. We're so proud of Baz, we're so proud of Brazil, and so we certainly we name drop him.
By the way, Jim, you were proud. I was proud looking at King Kenny on my birthday as well, June 15th.
Was he on your birthday?
Oh, yes.
Don't get better
against New Zealand.
Don't
Yeah, I
get better
kicked
present
off.
than
I
that,
looked at Dalglish. I think, am I dreaming here? And we had Hansen in there.
What
Souness
team you had
in there,
there?
Strachan. I could go on and on and on. Johnny Wark, John Robertson. We had some great players. Big Alex was there. Alex McLeish, Willie Miller. Danny McGrain. Yeah. Oh, I bumped into his brother, Tommy, at the airport, Glasgow Airport, the other day.
Nice.
So, Glasgow's not a big place like London, is it? Yeah, and I'm looking forward to the weekend.
You'll get
up there again.
next weekend, didn't you?
Yeah,
No, you need to make a thing of it. Get the lads involved.
Well, Thursday night, I think McCoy's is taking us out, but I need to be careful where he's taking us.
Are you going to give Gabby a wee tour?
No, Gabby's staying in the hotel. I'm taking a book for Gabby.
Your World Cup book.
Listen, they've done brilliant. They're still touring. Charlie's, I say, London and Glasgow. I think Jim's over in Sicily, isn't he? He's over there. Lovely. He had a hotel, I believe. So he's Jim.
Who else is out there? Ray Winston's out there.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
They look well. That's one thing.
They're both great. And down to earth as well. Great. But Glasgow's a good. You should know better than me because you grew up more in Glasgow than me.
You're only one person away from the next in Glasgow.
But the music scene is really good, isn't it?
Yeah. Love it. I know it was great to hear those stories. Nice to hear about you in high school as well. And your hairy legs. Go show us your pins. Sorry, HR calling.
Raise the same. Right, Charlie and Jim, brilliant. Thank you very, very much. Right, Zola coming up. Ben Foster, Barry Hearn as well. We'll talk. Ronnie's moving to Dubai, isn't he? Ramon Vega. Tottenham are up there. Faye, England squad announcements. Wee Sam. But how is he at Ascot today and we're not, Ray? What is going on here? Who is controlling talkSPORT?
It's not the best weather today for Ascot, though.
Good, I hope it pours. 2 minutes to 8.
It all started back in 1871 when Scotland beat England in the very first international rugby match. The other home nations were a bit jealous, wanted in on the action, and after England played Wales in 1882, they all decided to hold an annual festival of international rugby, or the Home International Championship, which kicked off a year after. Now, the first decade was dominated by England and Scotland until Wales finally won in 1893 and Ireland a year later. After years of dipping in and out of the championship, France was invited to join full-time in 1910. But because France isn't a home nation, they had to give it a rebrand and settle on the Five Nations. But France were actually kicked out of the tournament in 1931. They were accused of paying players when rugby was still strictly an amateur sport. They had to wait years to be let back in. But after World War II, the Five Nations resumed. Didn't always run smoothly though, like in 1973 when all 5 teams won 2 matches and lost 2 matches. Now, because they didn't do points difference at the time, they just decided that everyone was the champion. It's like trying to keep kids happy, you know, the whole "you're all winners." In the years following, other teams in Europe started to get better at rugby and actually got to a stage where they were regularly beating teams in the Five Nations. In 1997, Italy beat Scotland, France and Ireland home and away. So 2 years later, the Five Nations invited Italy in, creating the Six Nations as we know it. In recent years, there have been calls to expand the tournament further to other European teams. Georgia and Portugal have been prime candidates to join of late. It's also been suggested there could be 2 tiers with promotion and relegation to promote growth of the sport in Europe. But the existing nations are a bit reluctant. So for now, it looks like the Six Nations, or Six Nations, or Sei Nazioni, is here to stay.
Okay, 8:05, talkSPORT breakfast with me, Brazil and Ray Parlour and Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Don't forget, next Friday we're giving away an electric car with our good friends at Arnold Clark, live from Glasgow. By the way, quick one, Ray. The old Rose will be torn apart this weekend with Arsenal against West Ham.
I think the Rose would be more probably Tottenham and West Ham.
Would it?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I should imagine. There's a couple of Arsenal fans.
And just a quick one as well, with Palace, Glasnow's contract's up. What a difficult decision. Does he stay? You know, doing a brilliant job with Palace. I mean, a brilliant job. Sometimes if you overstay your welcome, the fans get the hump when results go the wrong way. Or does his contract's up in the summer, does he move on to bigger?
He's earned so much respect from the Palace fans. You know, he's got a lot of time on his hands. Is he enjoying it? I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's enjoying working with the players. He's getting the best out of all the players at the moment at Palace, and I won't say they're overachieving, but they're certainly doing so well.
Table, and I think,
look,
wow.
Wembley Stadium last year, winning an FA Cup. You know, it's
you're on cloud nine if you're a Palace fan at the moment. So I really fancy him to go all the way in that European competition. I think they've got an excellent chance. And he would, that would be unbelievable for the club if they did go. We see Chelsea and West Ham doing it, so I think why can't Palace do it?
Third top at the moment. OK, we'll catch up with former Wrexham and Birmingham keeper Ben Foster ahead of tonight's Hollywood Derby, live on talkSPORT 2. Founder of Matchroom, Barry Hearn, tells us what he makes of Ronnie O'Sullivan possibly skipping the Masters, and we'll cross over to Wembley because, believe it or not, there's another international break on the way, and little Sam will be back for this week's Curse of the Commentator, and he is live from beautiful Ascot Races. Before all of that, though, we have a very, very special guest. John is now needs to introduce by playing a certain song.
Baby, you can drive my car. Yes, I'm gonna be a star. Baby, you can drive my car. And baby, I love you.
Beep, beep, yeah. I'll tell you one thing, Al.
Yeah?
Rocket Hall. About the buggies at Rocket Hall.
Brilliant.
Oh.
New ones, brilliant.
The new one's unbelievable.
The Beatles will drive my car there because you missed it. The Ryder Cup, and how could you miss it? It was magnificent. Chelsea legend Gianfranco Zola played his own role in Europe's victory. He was drafted in to be the buggy driver for vice-captain Francesco Molinari. Gianfranco, buongiorno, good morning.
Good morning, Gianfranco.
Good morning, but I can assure you I was better kicking the ball.
Gianfranco, by the way, what an incredible 3 days. What was it like for you?
Well, for me, they were not 3 days. They were the whole week. And Alan, I can tell you, it was like a 10 years old boy fulfilling a dream. You know, I was spending a week with these guys. It was priceless. It was an unbelievable experience, and I get to know them, in many different ways. I get to know them, the way they practice, the way they spend their time. It's been amazing, honestly. I really enjoyed it.
Gianfranco, you're a good golfer in your own right, but the golf that Europe played Friday and Saturday was unbelievable. It was magnificent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was following at a certain point. I was following Fleetwood, Justin Rose, and they were unbelievable. They were cruising. 16, I think they were. If I don't remember bad, they were 11 under, and it was a standard that I could not believe.
Yeah.
And the Americans, they looked like they were playing bad. They were 9 under.
Yeah.
So it was, the standards were very high, and the way they performed, it was really remarkable.
Yeah. We've all played. Us three have played in hostile stadiums, Gianfranco, but the crowd as well. I mean, there was a little bit over the mark, close to the mark, if not over the mark. Certain occasions, but the players just really responded, didn't they? And they didn't get to them, and that is hard sometimes, especially at golf when you're playing on your own and you're playing with your partner. At times, it's really difficult. If the crowd can get on your back and all that sort of stuff, it's difficult.
It was very difficult, especially because some of them they were doing this while you were taking a shot, while you were taking your routine, and you know how important is when you're preparing for doing something in football, in golf in particular. You have to get into your zone, be focused. They were not allowing them to do that. But I have to say, Rory in particular, also Shane, they were unbelievable because they kept their composure. They kept during the shot. Then obviously they hit it back as they should. But the way they handled it, honestly, it was a lot. Yeah. It was very, very remarkable.
And then, Gianfranco, on the Sunday, Mamma mia, Santa Marina, what's happening here? It looks as if the Americans were coming back. All the putts, as you said, they played good. The Americans played well Friday, Saturday. But Sunday, they started holing the putts.
Yes, to be fair, the Americans, they play very well. But I think a lot of was, and it happens many times in football. No, you win 4-0 away from home, and then you get a little bit relaxed. Probably, I think a lot of players, they were not playing many risks like they did before. They were no. Sometimes you need 3 points. You go on the pitch and say, okay, I'm not gonna risk too much on this all, and that was not the case with the Americans. That's my interpretation of the situation, and I think they didn't give the same they gave it previously, and so therefore they allowed them to come back. And to be fair, as I was saying before, they were very good. The Americans, they play much better. The standards were much higher.
Yeah, just going on to Chelsea, Gianfranco. I mean, what did you make of their start to the season? And a massive game this weekend at Stamford Bridge. I mean, Liverpool going to Stamford Bridge. So looking forward to this one.
Yeah, very much. Me too. Well, I think they finished on a very, very high last season, and this season they had some issues, especially physically wise. Some of the important players, obviously, we know also the Cole is injured now, and a few others. So I think they had some issues in this sense, but I think the performance and the result the other day against Benfica was very, very good. I think that was vital, and considering all the players missing, they did extremely well. Now they have another difficult task against Liverpool, and they will have other players missing, so it will be tough. But I like what Chelsea is doing. I mean, Maresca is doing a great job, because yes, they might have issues with players missing, but the team has always is playing a good standard of football, and they are organized, and I'm 100% sure Chelsea will be there at the end of the season fighting for something.
Gianfranco, we watched Paris beat Barcelona, great game, and they're going to be up there again, aren't they? Real Madrid and Mbappe back in form. Arsenal look very, very strong in Europe as well. What about the Italian side? What about the Italian Giants? Who is best equipped in Italy, Gianfranco, to go to a semi-final, final of Champions League?
Yes. Well, I think obviously the team most credited is Napoli at the moment. They've won the league last year. They invested a lot in players with a lot of quality and with also experience, like De Bruyne. So they are the ones. They are the most indicated, the ones to be competitive until the end. But Inter also is a top team. They have a huge, a very long squad with a lot of quality. I think these two they will be there until the end. Juventus also is performing well. Is top of the league, and at the same time also is doing well in the Champions League. So these three teams probably are the ones that they might be right at the end. Where they're gonna go, we don't know, because we know that the level in Europe is higher than the standards that we have right now in the Serie A.
Yeah.
But again, as I said, don't read off or written off the Italian team. They always have something to say anyway, because they know they have the know-how.
And Gianfranco, I think the bar bill at the Ryder Cup was 200,000. Was there some nice glasses of Amarone in there, or maybe Barolo? Were you sampling a few glasses of red? Because in 2 years' time you're going to be on Guinness over in Ireland.
Yeah, well, I think we have few of them, Alan. I think we had few, and they were deserved, and we are looking forward to drinking the island wine. We want to taste it.
Gianfranco, well done. Congratulations. It was a great few days, and thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Alan Ray. Always a pleasure.
There you go, legend Gianfranco Zola. He's had a great time, hasn't he?
Oh,
brilliant.
You can see he's buzzing from just being there, and it must be amazing. You're going round behind. He's right in the thick of it as well. Yeah. I mean, you can go behind the ropes and whatever, but he's with the assistant captain, isn't he? Yeah, so brilliant. It must be absolutely. You're buzzing as well. You're buzzing every shot, aren't you?
Yeah.
And that was the beauty of the Ryder Cup.
Okay, breaking news on talkSPORT. We've sacked Rupert Bell. Coral coming. Good morning, 8:21 on talkSPORT. Ray Parlour with me. No golf today, the rain's coming down, but in that beautiful coral box at Ascot, there is no problem. The breaking news, Rupert Bell sacked from talkSPORT. Right now, time for the latest odds with Coral and Simon Clare.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Simon, he's at it, Rupert. He's playing this broadband problems.
I bet you puts his bill in, though.
He's playing this card too much.
I love that. Honestly, you cannot rely on this man. He's one step away from the royal family, and he's completely unreliable.
Shocking.
Unreliable.
Obviously, Ascot today. I think the boys in the next show, 10 o'clock show, are coming live from Ascot.
Very
so
nice.
It's going to be great. But all eyes on Simon. We'll look at Premier, but just on the arc, I've got it down to 2, and I'm not exactly giving value for money here. But I think Aventure, who was second last year, has got a great chance. And I think Mini Hawk with Coolmore paying the money, supplementing the filly, she's got a big chance. Because the draw is now out, Simon. How do you see the draw? Because this could be so important, especially if there's a bit of drizzle down in France as well.
Yeah, I mean, look, perceived wisdom is always that those low draws are important. So Mini Hawk drawn 1. I mean, sometimes you don't want to be right bang against the fence, which she is. But look, she's got Christophe Soumia on board. He's brilliant round Longchamp. And it's more the fact that actually quite a few of the other leading contenders have been drawn badly out. Like, White, the Japanese horse Byzantine Dream with a Sheen Murphy on board is out at 15. Aventure in 12 is okay. She's the second favourite. You like her. Kalpana's drawn 10. She's shortened in the betting. And then, Quadanor, the other Japanese horse, he's out in 17.
It's a great shame, Simon.
I mean, look, it's a good arc. I mean, all the big guns
are drawn outside, mainly.
Go on, sorry, Al.
And it really is a shame, that especially the Japanese who've never won the race, Simon. They're all drawn out in the Champs-Élysées in the car park.
That's right. They really are. They've been dealt a tough hand, haven't they, being drawn outside? I mean, I think, look, the big guns there. Kalpana's owned by Judd Monty. We've got Mini Hawk, obviously owned by Coolmore. The Aga Khan's colours there with Dariz. And with Mikel Barcelona on board, he's got a chance. And Godolphin of the Andre Fabregas, Qualificaire. So it's a good arc. All the big owners we love to see in these big races are represented. And I'd love to see a Japanese winner. I really would.
Yeah.
They've been trying for decades. Maybe this will be
Byzantium, maybe?
Yeah, with Sheen Murphy is riding brilliantly. I mean, he's a great jockey, but at the moment, obviously, Ryan Moore's off at the moment. And every day in, day out, particularly on the big days, Sheen Murphy just keeps banging in these winners, and he's on Byzantine Dream. I think it could be the year for Sheen and for the Japanese. That'd be great.
Any outsiders, Simon? Los Angeles was mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I thought Los Angeles. I did. I mean, he was third last year. He hasn't had the best of seasons, but I don't think this is a super strong arc. He's drawn 14, which isn't ideal, but he's 28-1, and on his best form, he would be bang there.
I think you mentioned Horcella Diaz. I think he's a big each-way chance. But Simon, on to the football tonight. We shouldn't forget how well Fulham are doing. I look at the table, I think 6th, unbelievable against Fulham. So this is going to be a very open, entertaining game, I think, tonight.
Yeah, it'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Bournemouth are doing brilliantly. They're currently, at what price are they? 9-1 for a top 4 finish. If Bournemouth fans are dreaming of Champions League glory, they're 10-11 tonight to win at home. 5-2 the draw. Fulham further down in 11th place, are 3-1, but they've been playing quite well as well. So I think, the Premier League is just brilliant at the moment. Like every team is capable of pulling off a result, even the ones down the bottom.
And just a couple in the 3 o'clock games, Simon. Leeds, Spurs, you've got Arsenal, West Ham, Manchester United, Sunderland, interesting game. And obviously the big one of the weekend, Chelsea, Liverpool.
Yeah, I thought tomorrow's 4 games are absolutely fantastic, aren't they? I mean, Leeds, Spurs away from home, a favourite, 6-4. I had a look at the table. I forgot how well they've started the season. 4th place, 4 points off Liverpool, 2 points behind Arsenal. Thomas Frank doing a great job there. But Leeds themselves have been fighting hard, getting some results. They're 7-4. So that's a tight game. And Arsenal 1-5 against West Ham. This is one of the shortest.
Lost the last twice.
Yeah. And what do you think of Arsenal, Ray? I mean, you're quite happy with how they're going?
Yeah, at the moment. I mean, everything's going well. But again, West Ham will go there. New manager. Got a good result. That first result against Everton, wasn't it? Away.
Yeah, but this Arsenal side,
he rested a few. He's rotating the squad against Olympiacos, he did.
Yeah. I think Arsenal
They'll be there.
All the signs are there that Arsenal are in for a big season. I know you get down there, Simon, now and again. Simon, just on the Championship, I know we talked about Ipswich favourites, joint favourites. What about Coventry now? Frank Lampard doing a great job.
Yeah, isn't it incredible? They're joint favourites now. Ipswich are still joint favourites now, just to be clear. It's 130, both teams, Coventry and Ipswich. 5-1 Borough, who started the season brilliantly, and then 12 Southampton and West Bromwich Albion. We've got what I think we used to be termed the Hollywood Derby tonight, isn't it? Wrexham versus Birmingham. The Ryan Reynolds, Will Ferrell and everyone involved in Wrexham, and Tom Brady and Tom Wagner at Birmingham. We make Birmingham favourites. They're only a couple of points between them in the league, but away from home, still making Birmingham favourites 7-5, Wrexham 2-1, 9-4 the draw. That'll be a close game. But now who are Coventry playing this weekend? They're away to Sheffield Wednesday.
Well, they're struggling big set, aren't they? Really struggling.
They are, but they drew with Birmingham at the week. It just shows you the championship. They drew 2-2 with Birmingham. They came back from 1-0 down. It was only a late goal from Damari Gray that rescued Birmingham. So Sheffield Wednesday at home, they're 5-1, but it'd be exactly what you wouldn't expect is Coventry not to win tomorrow. No. But it's tight.
So Simon, if I wasn't at the weekend, if I could pick what I wanted to be, I'll be with Paris. I'd be on the top floor of the Singapore Cricket Club watching the Singapore Grand Prix with Ray and our mate Eddie and Goffey on the bubbly.
I was getting married then. What floor you'll be on?
No.
Sorry.
It's a street circuit, and I think, I'm just wondering, Red Bull again for me, maybe. Max?
But honestly, the betting is almost one of the closest we've had for some time. I mean, the fact that you can get it's 2-1 the field. Normally, you have a sort of 6-5 shot. We made Lando 2-1, Max also 2-1, and Oscar Piastri is actually third favourite at 5-2. So just now, as we're getting towards the season end, the three drivers now, there's very little to choose between them, which makes for an exciting race, particularly in qualifying actually tomorrow. And Oscar Piastri still 4-9 to land that driver's title with 3-1 Lando Norris, 6-1 Max Verstappen, who's got an outside chance if he finishes the season like a train. But at least as we build up, we've got some competition. We also got a great British driver there, Lando Norris, with a chance of becoming world champion. So I think well worth tuning in. Shame we can't be there. I wish I could have been there with you and Ray on the top floor, enjoying the hospitality there.
It's a beautiful place.
It's on the chicane, isn't it?
It's a beautiful place. Simon, where are you? Are you going to Ascot today? Will you be in the Coral Box?
I'm not actually. No, I was just having a look. It's a good card at Ascot. I say the weather doesn't look great. It's more like jumping weather outside my window. But I'm glad. I'm sure Rupert Bell will have a good time. But no, I think it's a day for the sofa. I'm actually heading up to York, via popping in to see my daughter in Birmingham, who it's her 20th birthday. So shout out to Eloise, my daughter.
Happy birthday!
20 today. So that's my weekend.
Simon, have a great weekend. And Rupert, hopefully you get a good interview for a new job, by the way, at Ascot today. Right, Sam and Claire are good friends at Coral. More sporting odds coming up from Coral again. Still to come, Ben Foster on that Hollywood derby, Birmingham City and Wrexham. And we'll talk to Barry Hearn. Things hotting up, not just boxing with the Hearn family, but of course snooker, darts as well. Ramon Vega coming up, Faye with the England squad, and Little Sam live from Ascot, coming up to 8:30.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
the sport since buying it in 2016. Better access to drivers, improved content on social media and tapping into the US market have given F1 a massive boost in both attention and revenues. But is everyone happy? The fans certainly are, as evidenced by Drive to Survive. Almost 7 million people per season have tuned in to get all the gossip and all the drama from the paddock. The extra exposure means the drivers can demand a higher salary too. In 2010, the top drivers were earning $20 million a year, which isn't bad. But now, the very best earned 3 times that, with Max Verstappen getting a whopping $65 million in 2025. But money doesn't always buy happiness. Some drivers, including Verstappen, don't like the pageantry the changes have brought about. In Las Vegas in 2023, Verstappen said the drivers were made to look like clowns, and the event was 99% performance and 1% race. Some purists who still watch the sport feel the same, and that the spirit of competition has suffered. But Formula One and Liberty Media don't look like slowing down anytime soon. So expect more races, major events and exclusive access in future.
Minutes to 9. By the way, just double check if you're flying this weekend. I believe Friday, Saturday could be a problem. I think it's those pesky French again. Air traffic control. So just double check your flights. Could be problems. Is it this weekend or next weekend? It might be next weekend. Double check because I'm flying out to Spain.
Yeah.
And I think I might be all right on this Saturday. But I think Friday. There's something happened that I read last night in the middle of the night. I couldn't sleep. Ryanair were complaining big style, and once again there's going to be disruption, so have a double check if you're going away. Right, talkSPORT breakfast with Alan Brazil, Ray Parlour and Arnold Clark gets £750 off any used electrical car or home charger. So, and we're giving away an electric car this Friday on the Sports Breakfast live from Glasgow. Now over on talkSPORT 2 tonight we'll be getting our first taste of the Hollywood Derby in the Championship. Let's have a little bit of music to get in the mood. See, I'd have gone for Bob Seger on the Silver Bullet Band, Hollywood.
Actually, not bad. You can move to that, Al. You can throw some
I like a bit of Cool in the Gang, but I've not heard that one. No.
I like that one.
Anyway, that's Hollywood swinging there, but the two clubs owned by the superstar celebs haven't quite gotten into the swing of it in the Championship yet, or is that a bit harsh, Ray? I think they've done well to get there.
Yeah.
It's 1 win and 5 for Tom Brady's Birmingham side. Unlucky. Oh, no, it was a late goal, wasn't it, the other night, so lucky. Against Sheffield Wednesday. Well, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney's Wrexham, they've been brilliant. Have won just 2 of the first 8 league games, but think where they've come from. Fantastic. They face each other live on talkSPORT 2 tonight. I think Birmingham are the big favourites, Ray. Would you say that?
I would say that they were probably third favourites to get promoted again to the Premier League. So in that respect, it's got to be they're under a little bit more pressure, I should imagine, than Wrexham. Wrexham have been absolutely unbelievable. They can't believe it. I mean, the fans that, they've come in and they've took the club to another level.
Racehorse Ground, you played that?
No, the famous one, though, to do with Arsenal was when Mickey Thomas
scored a free kick.
Are they still there at the rest?
In 91-92.
I think so.
91-92 that was. And obviously they went through and they probably got me my opportunity to make my debut for Arsenal. So I always remember Wrexham and all the lads, Mickey Thomas, Manchester United, wasn't he?
There's a story about Mickey when he was at Chelsea, I believe.
Chelsea, yeah.
He couldn't afford digs or something and he used to sleep in the physio room.
It's a different world now, isn't it? I mean,
something ridiculous.
I don't think the players do that now, Al.
No.
But yeah, I mean, look, both teams have done really well. I'm really pleased for Birmingham because Birmingham had that spell where, and you want to see the derbies and whatever. But Villa obviously was their big rivals, aren't they? So Birmingham they'll be there and thereabouts at the end of the season. Wrexham, I think it's all about you keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah,
and try and get in that playoffs. Playoffs is a fantastic season for Wrexham, surely.
Talking about Birmingham City as well, I see Stephen Knight, who's the big blue nose, Birmingham City. He's got the Guinness series at the moment, the story of the Guinness.
I did see a little bit of that.
Really good.
Yeah.
And I read today Peaky Blinders is coming back.
Is it coming back?
I've got a new series coming up, Right, let's build up to the game of the man who played for both clubs, also a former United goalkeeper. Good morning, Ben Foster. Morning, Ben.
Morning, Ben.
Morning, guys. Morning. Lovely to be on the show. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Ben. And we're hearing that Wrexham and Birmingham managers could be under pressure. I don't see
I can't see that.
Dear, give them a break.
It's the world we live in, isn't it? It's the world we live in nowadays. I think everybody just needs to take a bit of perspective sometimes. I think what's probably killing Wrexham and Birmingham is all the sort of fanfare behind the scenes and the money available to them. Also, probably Ipswich a couple of years ago. You remember when they went from League One to the Championship to the Premier League? But it's so hard to do. It really is. I just think they just need to both really focus on consolidation this season, then try and strengthen in the January window and go again next season.
Well, you look at it, Ben, you've played for both, and Wrexham, look, what's happened over the last 3 or 4 years for Wrexham is unbelievable, isn't it? From National League to League Two, then League One, now they're in the Championship, which, it's amazing to see because Cardiff, who's always been up there, and they've dropped them down the league to League One, so Wrexham have really overtaken them.
Yeah, it's never been done, has it, Ray?
No.
Back to back to back. It's some kind of rise up through the ranks. I just think even for the club as well, the infrastructure that has to be in place to be able to cope with that rise. You're asking an awful lot. You really are. The turnover of players, I think, if you look at the squad now from when it was in the National League just 3 years ago, I think there's only probably 3 or 4 players that actually remain. You've still got the whole same coaching staff, though. That's the bit that I like. They've still got the same manager, assistant manager, goalkeeper, coaches. I love all that kind of stuff. But like you say, coming back to the start of the show when I joined, the fact that they're under pressure now is it's an absolute symptom of the world that we live in nowadays.
Ben, just touched on Manchester United. We both had spells there. Manchester United, it's every day you pick up the paper story about United and Amorim under pressure. Can he get himself out of this? Can he get United back up the table? They take on Sunderland, who have had a great start in 5th, but they're expected to beat Sunderland at Old Trafford.
I don't know if they are expected to beat them nowadays, I think if you rewinded 10 years ago, then it's an absolute no-brainer. You're putting them down in the pools and it's a guarantee. I just think you're so hit and miss with United at the minute. You really don't know what you're going to get from them. It hasn't helped in the week as well that all of the players that have gone out on loan or left the club in this transfer window just seem to be absolutely popping, thriving, enjoying not having that weight on the back of their shoulders. So, no, I don't think the game against Sunderland is a given whatsoever. I think Sunderland have had a fantastic start to the season. They show what being a team is about. They use that, that stadium of light crowd to get behind them. I know it's at Manchester United, but they just seem a much more of a cohesive team than what
So what we're saying, Ben, we're saying that they have togetherness better than Manchester United and organised better?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's been United's problem for a few years now. They've got individuals. There's no question in that. But watching them in the Brentford game last week, I think it was just kind of inevitable. You could see it coming. You really could. You've got players coming on into positions. I don't know if you watched Match of the Day after the game, but Micah Richards did a really interesting point where he was talking about he was keeping the same formation, but he was bringing players on that weren't used to playing in those positions. So when Brentford scored their last goal in the final minutes, you've got Brian Mbeumo trying to make a slide-in challenge in the centre of midfield on a counter-attack from Brentford, and I'm thinking, what are you doing there? You don't belong there. There's no reason, there's no wonder why you can't make the tackle. So I just think that's the problem there, is that other teams have got their set formations and they're able to adapt within it, but United are so rigid with it, but it just doesn't seem to work.
Ben, looking at the back of the papers today, he's got Sir Gareth Southgate. He's a gate crasher, it says. So could you see Gareth doing it, or do you think he's enjoying his life now? And there's a lot more pressure when you become a manager?
He's got to be enjoying his life, surely, and he's earned it as well, hasn't he? What he's done for England. I don't know why he would want to jump back into that frying pan, to be perfectly honest with you. The answer for United, though, I honestly don't know. I really don't know. I came on the show, actually, I think it was probably about a month ago, 6 weeks ago, and actually said maybe they do something like a Gareth Southgate. The only reason why I say that is that because everything else just doesn't seem to work. So maybe you've got to adopt a different approach. But I think the person that has the answer for what Manchester United need is going to be the person that earns the big bucks, because it's a very difficult question to answer.
I'm sure one manager who would be certainly in their frame would be Crystal Palace's manager. What a season they're having, Ben.
Mate, they're on fire, aren't they? Absolutely on fire. I've got them probably favourites to win one of those European competitions as well. They're just so solid, so structured. They keep clean sheets for fun, really difficult to break down, play the same formation as Manchester United. So this is what I'm talking about, though. So Crystal Palace, man for man, individually, probably none of them are as talented as some of those Manchester United players. There's probably a couple cases you could make for. But as a team, they work so much better. They work so much more structured. Everybody knows their job. And if Manchester United were to play Crystal Palace tomorrow, I'd have money on Crystal Palace, outthinking that Manchester United team.
See, what we got to be careful here, Ben. But so what we're saying here, we're saying that Ruben is not. He's not going to his strengths, and B, he's not organised them properly. Players don't know what they're expected. Is that what we're saying? Is it down to a lot down the manager here?
No, I think he's just so wedded to his strict formation that he's just not willing to adapt in game. I think, like I say, if you look at Crystal Palace, the way that they do it, everybody knows their job down to a T, and he's not bringing on sort of square pegs to go in round holes. He's not doing anything like that. He's bringing on a like-for-like player. But when I watched the Brentford game the other day, you've got right wingers coming on in central midfield, and you've got left backs playing at left centre, and I'm thinking this just... Play players in their favourite positions, the positions where they've made their careers, and you'll get the best from them. It's not. I don't think it's rocket science. I really don't.
Okay, Ben, brilliant. And
cheers,
have a
Ben.
great weekend. Thanks for joining us, Ben. Speaking
Cheers,
very
guys,
well. Ben Foster there. Right, still to come on the Sports Breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Download the new improved app to easily manage your accounts and quotes.
So we're going to head over. Little Sam Matterface will be joining us for Curse of the Commentator live from beautiful Ascot. Rumours are coming in he's already been mistaken for a jockey heading into the weighing room instead of the studio. Ramon Vega will also help us to build up to Leeds against Tottenham on talkSPORT tomorrow. But up next, we're going to be joined by the man, the founder of Matchroom, Barry Hearn. That was a look ahead with our good friends at Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. With 250 hire branches nationwide, it's easy to hire at Travis Perkins.
Okay, 10 minutes to 9 o'clock. talkSPORT Breakfast with Ray Parlour. Time now to take a look at today's top headlines, thanks to Movember.
Get ready with Movember on talkSPORT. The moustache is calling. Grow and mow, raise funds, save lives. Sign up now at Movember.com.
So, tomorrow afternoon, the Hammers, West Ham United, will go away to the Arsenal. And ahead of the game, manager Nuno outlined what he wants to change at London Stadium.
I think the way we are trying to address, bringing the fans closer to us. The fans were there in Liverpool. The help that they gave us was amazing. And it's again on Saturday. They're going to be there supporting. It's up to us to give them back all that they are giving. All the issues that you mentioned is too soon for me to go, and it's something that is not up to me. I'm worried about the bond, about the team and the fans. Really is important. The boys feel when they have the help of the fans, they feel free, they feel joy. When this bond is created, it's really good for the boys.
Nuno there on
I'd
West
rather
Ham,
Graham
but
Potter be going there.
Well, the stadium,
I'm being honest.
they are a long
I'm not being
way
audible to the Graham
field. But West Ham, away support is brilliant.
Oh, they sell out every single allocation they get. They'll always sell all the tickets, and they've always had a great support.
And they'll go to Arsenal in 1,000.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I think they'll probably get 3,000, wouldn't they? The Emirates. So they'll be queuing up to get in. I promise you. But I think Nuno, that's a great appointment for West Ham. I think he'll sort them out. He'll get them organised. He'll do exactly what he did at Forest. And you know, whether they can get in that top half, there's a long way to go in this season. But I think there'll be a bounce, and I'm a little bit worried because West Ham have got a great record at the Emirates, and you know, they go there with nothing to lose. They go there when you're the, you know, it's all on Arsenal tomorrow. They've got to get the 3 points. They know that Liverpool play after. They got to get the points on the ball before Liverpool play, and all the pressure is on Arsenal.
So Nuno looking to improve West Ham's fortunes while Ange struggles at Forest. You can get your calls in 03 717 22 3344. Forest fans has already been a disaster. How worried are you about the next 3 games? Newcastle, Chelsea, then Porto. That was a look at today's top headlines thanks to Movember. Sign up to Movember.com.
Get ready with Movember on talkSPORT. The moustache is calling. Grow and mow, raise funds, save lives. Sign up now at Movember.com.
Cause London is drowning I live by the river to the imitation zone.
Now a bit of London calling by The Clash. Because Romford's finest, Ray Parlour's alongside me, but also John is now a man who's been given, well, let's see him drive some sheep over London Bridge. He's been given freedom of the city. Founder of Matchroom, Barry Hearn, joins us. Barry, morning.
Morning, Barry.
Good morning. Morning, boys.
Congratulations, London. That's lovely. And I'm right in saying you're allowed to drive sheep over some crazy old road.
You are. And the good news is, if they hang me for an offence, they have to use a velvet rope, not a cord rope. So it's all uphill from here. You know, wonderful.
But Barry, I hope you can sort London out. That's what I'm hoping for.
I can't do a worse job, can I? I mean.
A little bit moving on. So, Barry, Ronnie, here we go again. Ronnie, has he moved to Dubai or is he heading to Dubai?
I understand he has. Yes, I understand he has. And is therefore, you know, obviously changing his life and looking at his dates and what he wants to do with his life, as Ronnie would, and as he's entitled to do as well. So we wish him all success and look forward to seeing him, you know, when his schedule will allow.
But I think Ronnie, he's not daft, Barry, is he? You know, he's a deep thinker. He's had his problems, but he's a genius, and he'll be looking to add to, you know, an incredible record of major trophies as well.
I think you're right, but I think he likes to also enjoy his life and add to an incredible amount of wealth that I'm sure he's accumulated as well. You know, Eddie done a very good job for him in Saudi Arabia, making him, you know, a representative and ambassador there. He's got his own centre. He's got some very strong, very, very strong connections in China where they absolutely adore him. So he'll spend quite a bit of time out there. And look, he's in his 50s. He's earned the right to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
We've been entertained. Well, of course, I want to see him in every single tournament, but I know that's not going to happen. I've got to live in the real world as well. I don't like the real world, but you've got to live in it, haven't you? So I've got to put up with whatever he wants, and I'll keep my fingers crossed I'll see him at Sheffield.
Yeah. What about Eddie then? Because you're both incredibly busy, aren't you? It's just
crazy.
getting ridiculous. You're taking over everything.
Listen, it's just life, isn't it? I mean, you see an opportunity, do you pass on it or do you pick it up? You know, I said to Eddie the other day, if I ever see you walk past a £10 note on the floor without picking it up, I'll cut you out of my will. And he said, Dad, it'll never happen. It's just the nature of who we are and how we work. We love our life. We love our work. It's not like work, really. It's like you were talking, you're Ray.
Yeah.
Is it work? No, it's fun as well, isn't it? So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, let's just keep going as long as the good Lord lets us.
And Barry, I've just got to ask Barry about the darts because it's going to be coming around very quickly soon, Barry. And everybody loves it. That over the Christmas period is such a great tournament.
But the World Grand Prix starts on Monday in Leicester. You can't get. I do apologise to everyone. Just can't get tickets. I'm doing my best to get in more seats and build. I don't like to leave a tenner on the table. You know that. But it's just the most wonderful thing to see people, ordinary people from where we come from, Ray.
Yeah.
That type of person changing their life through sport. Don't matter who your dad is. Don't matter how much money you got. All it matters is how good are you with 3 darts in your hand. And I love that type of attitude. You know, it's available to everyone, and it's so entertaining. Look, at the end of the day, I'll see you up there anyway because I know you boys will be there in Christmas. We will get more seats in next year, I promise. It's going to be more accessible, but book early for Christmas because it's just the most wonderful day out.
Barry, what's happening with Brentwood Football Club? You still involved? Are you getting
there for top of the league, Al? Top of the league.
Mate, we're flying. We got promoted last year to the Isthmian Premier League. I thought, now we'll find out because every level's got a level. You know, we're a part-time football club. I just love it to death. You know, my manager's a postman. My captain is all washes windows. It's real football. It's community football. All of a sudden, the manager's got them playing. Yeah. I don't care how good you are, but if you play as a team, you've got a chance. Suddenly, we're played 9 in the upper league, won 8, drawn 1, 5 points clear top of the league.
Well, the problem is...
When does the dream end?
Barry, the problem is your manager now is favourite to get the Man United job.
Listen, good luck. We live in a land of opportunity. I expect that from everybody. I want to see all the players do well, but it's just a great feeling to see people running around where football is the main item on the agenda, getting together as a group of people, you know, on a Saturday in your local. We had 1,700 people there against Billericay. I think it was the biggest crowd we've ever had, but it's growing and it's fun. You know, those 3 little letters.
Yeah, and it's a great part of the world as well, Barry. It's a great part of the world for sport. And
listen, we're all Essex boys, aren't we? The girls, you know, yes, the girls are Essex girls, the blokes are Essex blokes. We are what we are, but we do support and we are loyal and we spend our money.
Barry, what about just finally, Netflix documentary? Were you happy the way it's come out and reaction?
Well, it's so difficult to judge, Alan, because it's you and your family, your boy, your business, your life. I mean, we tried to keep it real. We did really say if we're going to do it, we're going to do it properly. It's had a fantastic response from all over the world, and I'm actually very, very pleased with it. I think it shows fans the insight into what goes on behind the scenes. They see things they didn't know happened, and probably they see the stresses and the downsides of the job as well, where you do get beat. You have to sort of brush yourself down and come back again. You know, Eddie's had a tumultuous few years, and he's coping with it. It's just a great life, and it's brutal, but I think it makes good viewing, and people have enjoyed it, obviously.
Barry, listen, have a great weekend, mate.
Cheers, Barry.
Keep it going. Fantastic. Well
Cheers,
done.
boys.
Thank you for joining us.
Look after yourself.
There you go. Brilliant. The Empire, Barry Hearn. Brilliant, eh?
I know, absolutely. I've not watched that. I'm going to watch that. But as I said before, Brentwood they're flying. Yeah, they're top of the league at the moment.
Two great,
Billericay have changed their manager.
Two cracking characters,
Oh, absolutely.
Eddie's great as well.
Well, they come from nothing. Al, they've all that. They've built that themselves. What they achieved, and they're always working hard. You don't realise how hard they work. Behind the scenes, you think it just falls on their lap. Of course, it doesn't.
And it's not just easy getting in and out of planes all the time. It's no, it's not.
No.
Getting the airport. All right, there might be a bit of private jets that are up the first class, but you still got to pack, get over there, get up there. Sometimes you don't want to do it. You know what it's like, right? Your trips to Singapore.
You always turn left, I turn right.
Right. Coming up to 9 o'clock.
Well, it all started back in 1871 when Scotland beat England in the very first international rugby match. The other home nations were a bit jealous, wanted in on the action, and after England played Wales in 1882, they all decided to hold an annual festival of international rugby, or the Home International Championship, which kicked off a year after. Now, the first decade was dominated by England and Scotland until Wales finally won in 1893 and Ireland a year later. After years of dipping in and out of the championship, France was invited to join full-time in 1910. But because France isn't a home nation, they had to give it a rebrand and settle on the Five Nations. But France were actually kicked out of the tournament in 1931. They were accused of paying players when rugby was still strictly an amateur sport. They had to wait years to be let back in, but after World War II, the Five Nations resumed. Didn't always run smoothly though, like in 1973 when all 5 teams won 2 matches and lost 2 matches. Now, because they didn't do points difference at the time, they just decided that everyone was the champion. It's like trying to keep kids happy, you know, the whole "you're all winners." In the years following, other teams in Europe started to get better at rugby and actually got to a stage where they were regularly beating teams in the Five Nations. In 1997, Italy beat Scotland, France and Ireland home and away. So 2 years later, the Five Nations invited Italy in, creating the Six Nations as we know it. In recent years, there have been calls to expand the tournament further to other European teams. Georgia and Portugal have been prime candidates to join of late. It's also been suggested there could be two tiers with promotion and relegation to promote growth of the sport in Europe. But the existing nations are a bit reluctant. So for now, it looks like the Six Nations, or Six Nations, or Sei Nazioni, is here to stay.
Okay, coming up 7 after 9, talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Brazil Ray Parlour, and our good friends at Arnold Clark get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Still to come there, we're going to cross over to Wembley Way, a look ahead to the latest round of fixtures with England correspondent Faye Carruthers, and the squad announcement around 10 a.m. For now, though, Big Ange Postecoglou was booed by his own fans. Well, not every one of them, who also chanted you're getting sacked in the morning as they lost 3-2 to Midtjylland in the City Ground in Europe. Big Ange says it what it is, but on the sports bar, Ricky the Forest fan was made to apologise to the chunk Jamie Hara after mocking him all last season when they lost 22 league games under Big Ange.
With Ange, right, I had the biggest laugh with you last season, Conde, with Big Ange and with Tottenham last season, it was an absolute joke. And I tell you what, now, laughing at him all season last season, right, but now the foot from the other shoe, it ain't funny. It is absolutely shocking. Now ask me the question, should he go?
I've not heard sorry either, to be honest with you. There's a big apology coming, methinks.
Well, I apologise, because I tell you what, he is the worst manager ever to grace the Premier League. Now there's a statement for you.
Wow.
He's good on the violin, isn't he, John?
Cundy and O'Hara, not Jason or, Jamie. Ray, do you fear for Ange with these games coming up, right? There's 3 big games coming up. But you've got to give him a chance. You really have. Look, it hasn't been the greatest of starts, and I'm sure the Forest fans, after last season, what they achieved, a little bit frustrated what's going on. The atmosphere was amazing last year. Well, they didn't win a European Cup like Ange did.
Yeah, look, it's not his team, but he's got to get the best out of his team. And whether that is being a bit more defensive-minded like Nuno was, then he's got to do that. And he can't be on the front foot all the time. But I certainly believe he will get a little bit more time. And he might, look, who knows, he might pop up with a result against Newcastle or Chelsea. And suddenly, it's all going the right way again.
So it's Newcastle,
it's
Chelsea,
not easy,
and Porto.
Yeah. I mean, the only one who could tell you is the owner. Now, we had Rob Onshaw on earlier, and he said, look, it's only a small section, giving him a little bit of stick at the moment. They are behind him as Forest fans, but, if he keeps losing games of football, then you're going to get a little bit of bigger sections are going to say, well, is he really the right man to have as Forest manager? But you still got to give him a chance as well.
Okay, we're probably heading, I'm guessing, but I think we're heading over to warmer climates, to Dubai, to a man who was very vocal about Ange's sacking from Spurs. 1999 League Cup winner Ramon Vega was furious about Daniel Levy's decision to part company over the summer. Daniel's, of course, gone. Ramon joins us now. Look at that. That's not exactly...
Oh, Ramon.
That is not Canby Island. That is... how are we, Ramon?
Good morning, Alan and Ray. How are you doing today?
Don't worry, Ramon. Look over your left shoulder. There's a dust storm coming.
Listen to me. I'm fully charged. As you can see, obviously, not just the weather. Listen, my wife's background is from the ballet and state opera from Hungary. Was visiting here in Dubai, one of the best in the world. We like world-class entertainment. And two temples we like, the Opera House and the football stadium. One thing is missing at the moment. The Opera House is entertaining us in the world-class, but the stadium at the moment doesn't do it at the moment. So therefore, Spurs, if they have to go to Leeds, they need to perform now in a world-class way and get the 3 points down to London. That's what I want to achieve, because I experienced the most beautiful entertainment at Opera House, and that's what I want to see in football as well. And that's what's missing rightly at the moment.
Ramon, are you going to apologise to Daniel Levy by, when they sacked Ange? Because obviously Thomas Frank's come in and done a brilliant job.
Oh, listen, mate. I knew these questions coming up now. I'm going to apologise. I'm going to tell you two things, okay? Listen, from my point of view, Ange, without a question, he's done an unbelievable job in last year. I think he's been completely burnt out for that year in Spurs, to be honest with you. I think most likely he might be coming too early back to the Premier League, because the burnout last year, mentally as such, from a football coach, was heavy. Saying that, give him a chance. This was not his team to start with, okay? The team has to come to this philosophy, Ange. We remember when Spurs took Ange at the beginning, everybody was excited. Where is his word Ange Paul come into it? Because he was entertaining. Everybody loved the way Spurs was playing. Of course, the result came afterwards with European League Cup winning, etc. The guy has chose to do it with Nottingham. But, of course, in football, as you know, Ray and Alan, only the results count, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And the manager's the only one who's always going to be sacked.
Yeah, Ramon,
So,
how do you see... Spurs are up there, but how do you see it's early days, but how do you see later on the Premiership? Arsenal look very, very strong at the moment in terms of squad, the depth of the squad. City can't keep clean sheets, and Liverpool are shaky at the moment. Does this all point to raise Arsenal, that they are favourites to win the Premier League?
Well, Arsenal, without a doubt, has to be the favourite to win the Premier League, because the way they spent this summer, on Arteta point of view, it has to be going to win, because he's under pressure to start with. He has to win something, because they're spending now for years on players, and no trophies came to Arsenal. So there is no doubt that pressure is already there to win something. Now, are they going to do this on the field? That's the second question. So that's why now the mentality of the Arsenal players, if they really want to win something this season, that's Arteta's job point of view, they have to go consistently, because that's what it is to win the Premier League.
Yeah.
Saying that, Liverpool, I would say still very much contender. Again, another club with a huge spending as well, where potentially most likely would be the contender to win it. So I think between these two, that's where the Premiership might go into. Man City, the Pep, I think I struggled there a little bit to beat them as a contender yet. Yes, they're going to be there in the mix, but I think between Arsenal and Liverpool, these are the two contenders without a doubt.
Ray?
Well, certainly, look, City, Haaland's got to stay fit if they're going to have any chance, because he can bang the goals in for them. But Arsenal, Liverpool, look, they've had two defeats in a row, Al. I wouldn't be saying they're having a bit of a disaster. I mean, Palace was the last-minute goal.
Yes.
And wasn't it, Ramon? And you know, in Europe that can happen sometimes. So I wouldn't be. But this is a test this weekend for Liverpool. You know, they go to Stamford Bridge, Ramon, and you know, Chelsea on their day they could beat probably anybody if they turn up and really perform, especially being at home. And Liverpool really got to now bounce back very, very quickly. And the good teams usually do that, if I'm being honest.
Listen, Roy, absolutely. First of all, it's a huge game for Liverpool now at Chelsea, because obviously Liverpool, again, the pressure's on. They have to win. They have to win this Premiership, because from spending point of view, the quality players are brought into it. I know even I'm going to mention in terms of the saga between the striker between Newcastle coming into Liverpool, one of the record transfer. All of that puts pressure to the coach to start with. So therefore, Chelsea is a huge game for Liverpool. Again, Chelsea's also a very, very good team on the bridge. It's a very difficult game to play. But again, Liverpool point of view, they have to do it if they want to win the Premiership point of view.
And we just want to give the promoted teams a little bit of a boost, because they've been superb, haven't they? All the teams, Leeds, Sunderland and Burnley, have all come up and they're really giving everything they've got, every single game, and getting every single point they can get. And I think it's going to be a really interesting season to see who does go down this year, Ramon.
Well, yeah, it's listen, right, Alan. The Premiership is super competitive. Now, with money the Premiership's generating and the teams start to generate as well, if you see Arsenal, Liverpool and other teams really spending, this is what a kind of a Tottenham Hotspur point of view was like for years in terms of the transfer point of view. They're really, really never focusing on quality transfer. Hence now, even with Frank now, it's a test. The honeymoon is going to come over as well with him. You know, we know his quality in Brentford did that, but this is Tottenham Hotspur's expression to be in the league is not anymore. The pressure is very high to be top four. For Frank's honeymoon is very, very, very soon over. He has to perform now. He has to go to Leeds United and get that 3 points, because that's what's now been expected by the Spurs supporters, because no other expectation is coming into it. And that's, I think, the Premiership now, if you see it overall, everybody has a certain opportunity and chance to do it. But it comes down, not just on the money point of view, how well did you do on the summer transfer point of view? Because, again, the Spurs point of view, I don't think they've done well, because the highly competitive Premiership, the Champions League, the League Cup, the FA Cup, you name it, so many competitions, and the injuries coming in. We're already starting. Frank starts already having certain injuries. You can't just work on the academy if you want to be top 4, top 5.
Yeah.
So that's one part I think Spurs, without a doubt, has to improve. Again, they have to have this nonsense off the field, because the rumours now, the takeover, the Disney World is coming now to take over on the record of 1.5 billion. Listen, mate, behind me, the buildings here, they're $5 billion. So to buy Spurs for 4.5 is not, let's call it, yeah, it's much, but it's not much point of view. But that's rumours. That's rumours point of view. I think from the Lewis family point of view, they now have to step up, as they wanted to step up now. They're now responsible. We can't blame Danny Levy. Okay, sorry. One thing we might have to blame, because if Frank doesn't do well, who appointed Frank was Danny Levy point of view, you know? But now the players and Frank has to focus on the pitch now. They have to perform now. These takeover rumours has to be stopped now, be honest with you. And Lewis has to, the family has to be backing properly. And yes, in the January, the new players, former Real Madrid, etc. Let's not dream.
Well, they're up. You look at the table; they're up there. Spurs. It's been a good start. Ramon, I've got to break. Okay, so listen, have a great.
Cheers, Ramon.
Have a great day down the beach and your barbecue and all that. Lovely. And I was going to ask you, Ramon, do I go to where do we go now? Is it Jumeirah or is it Palm? We'll do that another time, because I'm getting a rollicking from the producer again. Right, Ramon Vega there live. It looked beautiful, doesn't it, from Dubai?
Lovely, beautiful.
9:18.
a bit Friday. It would be better if it was Sunday.
Down the road tonight, is it?
I might have a little Jimmy Carter in there before I go to the theatre.
Oh, of course, you're working. Sorry, mate.
I was going to play in the Griffin.
Say hello to Charlie Nicholas for me, will you?
Yeah,
Charlie Nick.
But I was supposed to be playing in a golf day today, Al, called Griffin Scaffolding Golf Day. Big Arsenal fan. I can't do everything.
I wish you'd have come to Glen Eagles. Stunning.
If you do it next year, I won't.
Oh, we are, and it'll be bigger.
Yeah,
it was brilliant. I mean,
how did Ali play?
Ali loved it.
Did he play well?
Ali stayed over as well. Had a
fantastic.
bit of a late night. He was out with his pal John Hewitt from Aberdeen. I went to bed, but yeah, they did a great night.
Sensible you are, Al.
But what a place. Stunning.
It's unbelievable.
Stunning.
Never been.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Party Ray with me now. After the weekend, the Premier League will pause for the second international break. After this weekend's Premier League games, attention turns to England at Wembley, taking on Wales in a friendly before playing Latvia in a World Cup qualifier, both, of course, live on talkSPORT. By the way, Leeds-Tottenham live on talkSPORT as well over the weekend. Thomas Tuchel announced his squad for these games at 10 a.m. He will announce it this morning. We've got a sneak preview, but I can't tell you, sorry. So 10 o'clock this morning, we'll know the England squad. So let's cross over to Wembley and find out if there'll be any surprises with talkSPORT's England correspondent, Faye Carruthers. Faye, a very good morning.
Morning, Faye.
Morning, Al. Morning, Ray. Lovely to hear you this morning. Hope you're well.
We're very well. It's going to be interesting. Wales will come there, will bring a few supporters there, won't they? And I think Bellamy's done really well for them. So it won't be. It's a different type of game, isn't it? Wales against England rather than European competition.
Yeah, without a doubt. The World Cup qualifiers have obviously dominated all of England's fixtures of late. So a friendly, which gives Thomas Tuchel the opportunity to experiment a little bit more. So it'll be interesting to see who he decides to call up to the squad, because some of the big names are back as well who've been injured over the last few camps, and some haven't even featured under Thomas Tuchel yet. But we are expecting Bukayo Saka and Jude Bellingham to be back later on today. It'll be great to see them back in England shirts after injury. Real shame for Noni Madueke picking up a knee injury. He's been fantastic playing under Thomas Tuchel, and almost started to nail down his place on the World Cup plane out to North America, but out potentially for a couple of months with that knee injury. Disappointing for him. But Phil Foden should be back as well, back in form for Manchester City. 4 assists he's had this season, and we're seeing the best of Phil Foden back again, it feels, and he's not been included in the squads for the last few.
Any chance of Jack coming in?
He'll be back.
Any chance of Grealish coming in?
This was my next comment. He's been great, hasn't he, since he moved to Everton. And actually, when I asked him last time out, Thomas Tuchel said he was unlucky not to be in, but there were other players in his position. What is going to be fascinating is if he's not in, then you've got a real question mark over whether or not he will make it to the World Cup. Because with Noni Madueke out, he can play on both sides. You would expect there is space there for Jack to come in, but we'll see. He certainly earned it with the performances that he's had for Everton this season, and it'd be good to see him back in the squad.
Elliot Anderson, he certainly should be in after these couple of performances. He was really, really good, wasn't he? And another player who's, you haven't seen a lot of him. He's had a few injuries here and there. Is Trent. Do you think Trent is still in, Tuchel's mind, and will he go for him?
Well, he's in his mind, but he's injured at the moment. He's got a hamstring injury, so he won't be in this squad. But I'm sure he always speaks really highly of Trent Alexander-Arnold, does Thomas Tuchel, as he does of many of the players. But you're right with Elliot Anderson, 100%. He was fantastic. 2 player of the match performances in the last camp, and looked so comfortable. Bearing in mind it was his maiden call up to the senior squad, he was excellent. But it's going to be really interesting to see what Thomas Tuchel decides to do, and that's why the Wales game could be fascinating, because it can be a little bit more experimental, and then you look at the position that Phil Foden has been playing in for Manchester City. He's played as more of an 8. We always see him more as a kind of competition for 10, although obviously plays on the wing as well. So it gets interesting when you start to pick out which players could be starting, the competition for places, because the last camp, Thomas Tuchel quite clearly said that he wants a tighter, more competitive squad building into the World Cup.
What about a couple of big names? Marcus Rashford doing doing well at Barca now. And Jude Bellingham, also in Spain.
Yeah, we're expecting Jude to be back. Obviously, he had that shoulder problem and had surgery, so wasn't in the last squad, but has been playing and getting regular minutes back again for Real Madrid. So expecting to see him back, and it'll be interesting to see the dynamic as well. And again, you know, big name players, when we've had such flux and so many injuries and issues, it has opened the door ajar a little bit for other players to come in and show what they can do. And we've seen Morgan Rogers come to the fore, for example. So it's going to be really fascinating to see how Thomas Tuchel starts to mould his squad, bearing in mind he's now got more options than he perhaps had before.
Yeah, Faye, no doubt you'll let little Sam and the 10 o'clock boys know the squad if there is any surprises. Have a great day down at Wembley, at a windy Wembley, it looks like. Faye, thank you.
I think Trent, now you've got Reece James, haven't you? Livermenti.
Yeah.
Mento, sorry, from Newcastle.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but Trent, he's had a few injuries since he's been at Madrid.
Yeah. Well, that happens, really.
It does,
you try and rush back and you get another one, and, you know, it's... Anyway, coming up live on talkSPORT, Bournemouth Fulham Premier League, talkSPORT exclusive Friday. Wrexham Birmingham, we'll give you that. That's talkSPORT 2 in the Championship. Then Saturday, I mentioned that Leeds Spurs game, cracker. Live, 12:30, don't forget. Sheffield Wednesday struggling against high-flying Coventry in the Championship. That's at 12:30. That's on talkSPORT 2 exclusive, so you're not missing it. It's brilliant. Derby against Southampton, Championship, talkSPORT 2 exclusive at 3 o'clock. And then Sunday, we have the East Anglian Derby. 12 o'clock, Sunday, 5th of October, Ipswich Town against Norwich in the Championship. Right, coming up to 9:29, we're heading over to Ascot, and little by little, Sam is back. He's coming next.
When was the last time you saw someone score with a knuckleball free kick? We're going to take a look at why we're not seeing them anymore and explain a bit about how they work. The knuckleball peaked in the 2010s after that Ronaldo strike against Portsmouth in 2008 inspired academy players everywhere. Here's a young Mason Mount.
I tried to base my free kick on Ronaldo, hit the ball by the valve and it moves. So what do you do? Top corner.
Now, no ball is perfectly aerodynamic, so as it travels, it creates ever-changing pockets of turbulent air, causing that unpredictable movement. Football's most prolific free-kick taker, Juninho Pernambucano, perfected the technique but didn't invent it. He was inspired by players from the 90s and even the 50s. So how do you do it? You have to hit the ball head-on with as short a contact time as possible so the ball doesn't spin. Hitting by the valve helps with that short contact time, as it's the hardest part of the football. So why don't we see knuckleballs much anymore? It's because players are being told not to shoot from dead ball situations because the XG is so low. In fact, as Opta shows here, since the 08-09 season, there's been a 10% reduction in players shooting from free kicks in the Premier League. And in 23-24, a record low of 11 free kicks found the back of the net. And the knuckleball, though spectacular, is imprecise, which is why it's becoming a thing of the past.
Okay, after a busy week of European football, the Premier League is back, and that can only mean one thing: the return of game day. Now, the games we'll be previewing this morning are Bournemouth, Fulham, Leeds against Spurs, Chelsea against Liverpool. This is talkSPORT Breakfast with Ray Parlour and me, Alan Brazil, and Arnold Clark. Get £750 off any used electric cars or home chargers. Now, City have made a habit of conceding late goals this season, which cost them again against Brighton, Arsenal, and also this week against Monaco. Shocker. Erling Haaland, who's on fire, then labelled them not good enough. And Darren Bent wondered if City need to continue winning trophies if they want to keep hold of their record-breaking striker.
Don't think it works one way or another. I mean, he's got there and he's already won the treble. So, do you know what I mean? So realistically, you to achieve that. I mean, that's something that's hardly ever been done. What you and them. Yeah. So, I don't think what Manchester City wins is irrelevant to Haaland's future one way or another. If he wants to stay, he'll stay. And I think if he does stay at Man City's whole career, he breaks Shearer's record. But then he might have ambitions of maybe playing at City for 4 or 5 years, maybe longer, and then maybe going somewhere else on the continent.
What about then Erling? He looks mean, angry. He looks electric at the moment. His goals are just magic. If City have a poorish season on their standards this season, come the end of the season, he might say, do you think he could say, right, I'm off to Spain, or I'm off to, I'm not saying Bayern, but would he go to Spain, Barcelona?
It's a really hard one to call. I mean, he might have something in his head to say one day I want to play in Spain. I don't know. But it's all down to him, where he wants to play. But I think Pep Guardiola is key to it as well. I think he really enjoys playing under Pep. And whether he stays, I don't know how long Pep's going to stay for. We don't know at Man City.
Pep privately must be like, what is going on?
Them silly goals. It's just that concentration that is so important in football. You switch off when you're playing in big games and you're playing in the best competitions. If you switch off, you've got players to hurt you. And that's exactly what they've done. It happens quite often.
And Monaco are not one of the giants of Europe.
No, not at all. And, just a poor decision on, obviously, Dyer scored, didn't he? Eric Dyer.
Yeah.
But going back to Haaland, I mean, if he stays fit, and I totally agree with Darren, I mean, if he stays in the Premier League, he's going to smash all sorts of records because, You know, I saw the goal when I was at the Emirates a couple of weeks ago, and I saw the goal he scored. And once he's in front of goal, Al, he's got that composure, isn't he? And you talked about it. You know, don't panic. You've got more time than what you think. And he does that. He looks at the keeper, knows exactly where the angles are, and he passes it into the side netting where you can't get it. Absolutely, he's got all sorts of, and he's just an absolute top goal scorer. He can go missing in games. There's no doubt about that. But you know he can pop up with 1 or 2 goals to win you the game.
Okay, 22 minutes to 10 o'clock. He's just come out of the weighing room. He's got 3 rides today before he...
What's his best one?
He jumps in a plane over to Paddy Longchamp. Here comes Little Sam.
And it just don't matter now, 'cause little by little, gave you everything you ever dreamed of. Little by little, the wheels of your life, they'll slowly fall.
Okay, still a few lengths ahead. Sam, very good morning.
How you doing, Sam?
Very good morning. I got 3 rides this afternoon. The best of those is in the second race here. I reckon I got a really good chance. Thank you very much for joining us. It's drizzly and horrible as far as the weather is concerned, but the race course looks absolutely immaculate. And we're here throughout the course of the afternoon, really looking forward to what should be a cracking day's racing at Ascot.
I don't think those flowers are complaining about the weather. No, they're enjoying it. The flowers behind it.
They're absolutely loving it, aren't they? Yeah, they look beautiful.
So we got some big races coming up. We got Newmarket, we got Ascot, we got Paddy Longchamp this weekend. We got the Champions Day coming up at Ascot. So it's going to be great. But we are going to concentrate now on our football. I think you're still a few lengths clear, Sam. The games we're going to preview this morning are Bournemouth Fulham tonight, 8 o'clock. Leeds against Spurs, 12:30 tomorrow. And 5:30 tomorrow, Chelsea Liverpool. So an absolute cracker. Here we go. We'll play our weekly predictor game. Curse of the commentator.
I put a spell on you.
'Cause you're mine.
'Cause you're mine.
Right, here we go. We're going to fly straight into this. Ray and Sam both have 20 seconds to discuss each of the games that are across the talkSPORT network this weekend. All they need to do is give us the result and score of each match, 1 goal scorer for each game, and finally why they predict that outcome, okay? So it's pretty simple. For each correct guess, you get 1 point for a correct result, 3 points correct score, and a 1 bonus point for naming a goal scorer. Sam has a narrow 20-19 lead, only a length ahead over Ray after the Arsenal Invincible closed the gap by correctly guessing the Gunners' 2-1 win at Newcastle. First up tonight, we bring you live Friday Night Football, Premier League, Bournemouth against Fulham. Ray, your time starts now.
Well, again, both are in decent form. Fulham, I really like Fulham. I think Marco Silva's done a brilliant job. Bournemouth have been excellent. They've been kicking themselves last week. 2-2 draw. I think this is a really good game to kick off the weekend of football. Really hard one to call. I like this. I really like this. But I'm going to go Bournemouth to nick it. I'm going to say 1-0.
1-0. Cool.
1-0 to Bournemouth.
Goal scorer?
Evan Nielsen, I think I'll go.
Okay, Nielsen. Okay, Sam, 20 seconds. 1-0. Ray.
Is it Evan? Is that right? Evan Nielsen, not Nielsen. Evan Nielsen.
Definitely Evan Nielsen, not Nielsen.
Yeah. No, you said. I said Evan Nielsen.
You said it to me. Sam, 20 seconds now.
Bournemouth
forget
City
this
won their last
evening. I'm
4
sure you
home
said
games.
Olin Nielsen.
They're on a fantastic run at home, Bournemouth, and they're a really good team, and they've taken a lot of points already this season. Second season running that they've started really well. Fulham have had a little bit of trouble, haven't they? They seem to get themselves in good positions but can't get themselves over the line, and they can't stop giving away penalties. I'm going to go 2-1 to Bournemouth and Semenyo.
Yes, good shout.
Semenyo, right. I'll let Sam go next. Next up tomorrow lunchtime, this is a good game. Leeds United at home, marching on against the mighty Spurs in a talkSPORT exclusive commentary, 12:30. Little Sam, how do you see it?
Yeah, I'm going straight up there as soon as I finish here at Ascot, and Tottenham Hotspur weren't particularly impressive away in Boda Glimt on Tuesday night. They're going to have to be much better against Leeds United. Strong, physical, robust side. They've done very well to get the number of points they've already got on the board this season, Leeds United. I imagine there'll be goals here, despite the fact that both of them are not really conceding too many. I'm going to go 1-1, and I'll go for Tottenham player. Who should we go for? I'm not sure. I'm going to go Romero.
A Romero set piece, perhaps.
Oh, wow, look.
Okay, Ray. What? A 1-1? Well, you still go 1-1.
Okay.
Different goal scorer. So, who do you fancy then?
I think this is a tough game. Leeds have showed a lot of resilience when they've been down, and they seem to get back. And the Ellen Road crowd to get right behind them tomorrow. Obviously, Spurs playing in midweek. They'll be a little bit more rest Leeds. So I'm tempted to go with Leeds to win, but I think both three teams have done brilliant coming up. But Spurs, look, they're having a good season as well under Thomas Frank. A lot more organised. I'm going to go. I had 1-1 in my prediction, so I don't want to change that. I'm going to go Richarlison.
1-1 Richarlison, right. Sam's a length behind, so we'll give Sam...
no, I'm losing.
Oh, you're behind? Oh, of course you are.
Length in front.
I'm just surprised. Sorry, length behind. But coming up on the horses...
I'm losing.
Yeah, you're up there. There's a neck in it.
I've got my whip out. Come on.
Right, a huge game tomorrow. This is a big one as well, really big. Liverpool travel to Chelsea at the Bridge. Ray, how do you see it?
Well, I don't think you've got to panic yet, Liverpool, but, two defeats and they're top side.
Chelsea are a bit strange.
Yeah, Chelsea a bit all over the place and all that. You can't really read them either. But Chelsea being at Stamford Bridge, the fans are going to get, and everyone is always up for playing against Liverpool, always. So I think this is a really tight one to call out. I'm going to go 1-1.
1-1?
Yes, and I'll probably go towards Liverpool a little bit more. So I'm going to pick a Liverpool player to score. Will Isak get his first goal?
Isak, good shout, Ray. I like that. Okay, Sam, here we go. Under starters orders, 20 seconds. They're off.
Yeah, I think this. I don't think Chelsea are good enough to only concede one. I think they conceded far too many goals recently. I know they kept a clean sheet against Benfica in midweek, but they've lost 3 of the last 5 games. They don't look particularly secure to me, and of course, we know how good Liverpool are going forward. I actually think Liverpool probably win the game, if I'm honest, as much as I'd love to see Chelsea stop them from doing so. I'm going to... Actually, you know what? I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw, and I'm going to go for João Pedro to score for Chelsea. That's heart over head, really, to be honest.
João Pedro. Right, Sam, have a great day.
Have a good day, Sam.
And a safe journey up north.
Cheers, boys.
Sam,
have a good one. Speak to you soon.
Live from beautiful Ascot, Berkshire. It is stunning there.
Yeah,
with the flowers
it's beautiful.
And we've got Champions Day coming up as well. It's going to be great. Okay, good luck to you both. It's coming up 10:15. talkSPORT breakfast, Alan Brazil and Ray Parlour. And Taylor who? Oh, sorry, that Taylor. Taylor Swift has included a football team in the newest song wish list. Have a listen to who it is, and then I've got a very simple question for you.
3 dogs that they call their kids, and that good surf, no hypocrites. They want it all. They want a contract with Real Madrid. They want
Real Madrid. Really? Ray, could you ever see yourself enjoying some of Taylor's Tay the Collar music? Could you become a Swiftie?
No, see,
She's not for me.
It's pretty easy to listen to, though. I wouldn't really put myself out.
My youngest loves her.
I wouldn't put myself out to go and concert, would you? But she's massive, Al, around the world. I mean, huge.
Probably
absolutely.
the biggest.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she'll sell out most places. And, you know, if I'm going to go about, look, I've just come back from Oasis. That was unbelievable. That was mind-blowing. It really was.
Best one?
I think you got to look at Coldplay as well, the way they perform. They're a different class.
I wasn't sure to see them.
The energy they showed.
Brilliant. Yeah, they were brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Again, you know what I'm going to say next. They're at the O2 in December. Is Jamiroquai. They're always lively. But yeah, Rolling Stones were fantastic when I watched them at Wembley. You know, all the iconic. Queen would have been great. You saw them when they first got in,
yeah.
So all those sort of bands.
I tell you who else was good. Floyd.
U2.
I watched them at the O2. Pink
brilliant.
Floyd, brilliant.
Some great songs. But all those guys know how to entertain. Rod Stewart, you know,
Rod.
Your good mate.
And Elton.
Elton, fantastic.
Great Elton
absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So there's so many good artists out there. It's a different generation.
ELO, they were great.
Yeah, no, there's.
And Joe, you'd be amazed how many hits they've got. You know, you tend to remember 3 or 4, but these guys have got so many.
I'm just reading that today. That's a shame, Al.
Yes, Mickey
Pierce.
Fools and Horses.
Yeah, what a legend he was.
Lung cancer, wasn't it?
Yeah, what a shame. I mean, I was just reading that, and he was absolutely that program still for me.
I watched it again.
Is the best.
Yeah.
You can still watch every single one out, and you know what's going to happen. It's a little bit like Postecoglou, like the Pink Panther and all that. But you know what's going to happen. You still laugh.
Yeah.
You know, the Chandelier for me was one of the best ones.
Oh, all right, Grandad. Are you sure,
the old Grandad?
Yeah,
But that pub, that was probably back in the day. That was what all pubs were like, wasn't it? The Nag's Head, wasn't it?
And you know what that was filmed opposite where Lucy used to live.
Oh, Greenwich.
Yes.
Greenwich, yeah. No, that's just the characters in there. Boise, all them sort of guys. You know, the characters were superb. And Boise, to believe it or not, he was always in the Arsenal players' there.
Trigger was a Norwich.
Trigger was fantastic.
Norwich man, Trigger.
All right, Dave.
That's brilliant.
But just the fun they must have had making that series, and obviously John. What's his name? Who Sullivan.
Oh, yeah.
He was a genius, absolute genius. How he come up with ideas. All those sort of things really, really I love watching. 40 Towers, brilliant. John Cleese got that idea because he went to an hotel that was that bad that he thought I can get a series out of this. And lucky they didn't do many. I'm
enjoying Taylor at the moment. Department Q is really good. What else? Guinness is good.
Some great sets out.
I've just finished the Lionesses.
Yeah.
Not football. This is about a plant trying to catch... it's a bit difficult to explain what happened yesterday, so I better be careful. But it's called The Lioness. It's really, really,
there's some
really
great
good.
series out there. Absolutely brilliant. And,
okay. Right. England squad for the game against Wales and Latvia coming up next on talkSPORT. Then it's over at Beautiful Ascot for Sam Batface. Alex Crook and Troy's there as well.
Troy there.
Ray, you're doing something tonight. Then what about Saturday, Sunday?
I'm probably going to go Arsenal Saturday.
Will you?
Arsenal West Ham. Yeah,
good game.
Yeah, very good game.
Diamond Club.
No. I'll go with the fans. I'm going to go into the. I don't know. I'll probably sit in the club level bit. And then Sunday, I'll have an easy day. Sunday, watch the football. I'm going to watch the 5:30 game as well. Chelsea-Liverpool. That should be a cracker on Saturday. And then Sunday, who's playing Sunday? There's a few good games. There's great games every day, ain't there, in Premier League? So I'll have a nice quiet.
It's unpredictable.
I'll have a nice quiet. I like Sundays, Al. So I'll have a couple of beers and then have a nice dinner.
Yeah,
I should imagine. Bet yourself.
I think the weather's going to be poor, isn't it? So we'll probably have family over.
Improve a little bit.
I think I've got a lot of family over.
I think today's the worst. I think.
Which is a shame when the grandkids come, they let you run about in the gardens and stuff.
Well, it's changed. Well, they'll be looking forward to Christmas now, Al. Your grandkids, well, no, it's only around the corner.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
It's amazing how quickly.
I've got a couple of weddings coming up as well, I know. November, Scooby.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Married.
Yeah.
So, I've got a busy end to the year, and then bang, we're into another year, Al. Didn't time fly?
Yeah. Before we know it, we'll be at Cheltenham.
Cheltenham. Oh, I'm going to have to get a new liver for Cheltenham this year. That is hard work. Well, we talk about hard work.
Well,
it's great fun.
We're in the League and Arms again.
It's great fun, but by Thursday,
hard work. It is hard work.
It's just trying to entertain everyone, isn't it? And trying to keep up with everyone. That's the hard bit because it's, the box we're in is brilliant, isn't it? And and it's always got great fun. But it's just one of the best meetings though for me, Cheltenham.
Yeah.
That is the start of it.
Okay, listen, try and have a nice weekend. It's a troubled world we live in.
We're going for a debrief.
Yesterday was diabolical. Diabolical. I just don't know where to. I'm glad I'm not. I'm glad we talk football and not anything else. So very, very sad what happened yesterday. So try and have a good weekend. Enjoy the football. Enjoy the racing. The Arc on Sunday. I'm going to back Aventure, and I might back Mini Hawk, is it?
Mini Hawk
from Coolmore. They're both sort of 72-41. Anyway, have a great weekend. Hope you enjoyed it this week. I'm back Wednesday, Thursday, and up in Glasgow Friday.
As Lewis Hamilton, now at Ferrari, dares to dream of